以下內容純屬主持及嘉賓個人意見，與星匯網立場無關。Hello， 大家好，歡迎嚟到我哋期待已久嘅 New Gould 同你週五話遊，有我啦 Jenny 同埋阿 Neil 嘅 Welcome back to our show.
Thank you, Adam. It's always a great pleasure.
Everyone got a great pleasure that you are with us.
Good, very good.
Yes. So, what do we have today? Because, you know, we have been talking a couple of weeks ago, right? So, now today we got EXO-HK 101 UFO control and cover-ups. Wow.
We want to give a little bit of history as to how the UFO cover-up started and why.
You mean the government cover-ups?
Correct.
All right.
How they fooled, the Americans fooled the people and still trying to fool the people.
Okay.
And the efforts that they went to do this, we will explain.
Okay, cool. Jenny, please.
係啦，咁啊，
我哋好勁嘅而家我哋呢啲
隔咗幾個星期啦，咁今日咧就會講主要係控制同埋隱瞞嘅，咁就想講翻當初美國政府啊，或者佢啲機構咧，嗰個歷史啊係背景喺邊度嚟嘅？即係究竟當初係點樣開始嘅咧？同埋點樣去糊弄啊，同埋欺騙嘅市民呢？當年咧，同埋直到而家都係仲係做緊呢一啲嘢嘅。
佢糊弄埋呢個嘅美國政府喎，嗰下先搞笑喎！即係好多時好多人都自己覺得咧，就係 everyone thinks about the US government always support and always fool the public. But nowadays, as you said, the UFO cover-up fool the US government?
The cover-up is what? Sorry?
The cover-up is set up for the U.S. government?
They set it up.
Really?
It's the people that really control the world, the military-industrial complex, which is really controls the government.
All right. That means the military base or military control and the U.S. government, it's a separate body.
It's a separate body with the NSA, National Security Agency, and they all plot together to shape
exactly
the world.
OK 嗱，大家知道咧，其實我講翻少少，然後即係 Jenny 就 translate 翻啦。就係我喺我嘅節目都有講過咧，就係 NSA 又好 FBI 又好咧，其實係 separate 嘅。即係 whatsoever， 如果係一個 president， 一個 US president， 例如而家係 Joe Biden 咁樣啦 ，Joe Biden 就算係一個 US president 都好啦。He doesn't know what happened and what they are doing in NSA. Is that correct?
Absolutely correct.
All right, cool. OK. 所以咧，嗱，大家要知道咧，美國政府就話美國政府，即係等於我時都咁講，聯邦儲備局就聯邦儲備局，因為聯邦儲備局係間私人公司嚟嘅。即係換句説話咧，如果你哋個美元咧 collapse 嘅話咧，其實唔關美國政府事嘅，因為呢一個叫做Federal Reserve 呢個咧係一間私人公司嚟㗎，呢個大家知，你更加清楚啦，你做金融。OK， 嗱，所以咧今晚咧 ，OK，let's start。呢個咧，我覺得咧今晚咧，其實呢陣間都賣啲關子啊！哇，其實咪後嘅就最好聽。嚟緊下一集啊 ，we are talking about the next episode。The next episode 好犀利 ，New 係 get 到一個叫做一個 rights 啦就可以播放一條片俾大家睇。咩嚟嘅咧？一陣間我同阿 Jenny 同阿 Neil 再同大家講，我哋講翻今集先。好，可唔可以 translate 下？
係啦，咁啊頭先講到咧，其實唔止係玩弄或者係愚弄公眾啊，其實因為國防部啦，同埋即係呢啲咁樣軍方嘅嗰邊機構咧，係同美國政府係分開唔同嘅。即係處理件事嘅，同埋佢哋唔同嘅機構嘅，
即係 NSA 咧講做嘅嘢咧，未必咧個美國總統會知嘅。
冇錯啦，咁所以個輿論咧唔係淨係只係輿論公眾嘅，連美國政府內部人咧，佢都未必知發生咩事嘅。
冇錯，咁所以咧嚟啦我哋真係唔好多 bullshit 啦，我哋要
OK，let's get started。
OK， 好啦嗱，今晚咧就係 即係有 Neil 啦，佢話咧，喂啲片咧睇得唔清楚啊，就係咧我哋三個樣咧，啱播片嗰時候咧。就冇咗我哋三條粉，唔係我啫，我同我係粉腸嘅，冇咗我哋咧三個人咧，就喺個鏡頭度嘅，就俾大家咧即係睇得舒服啲，咁亦都咧可以睇得清晰啲。一陣間有啲片咧就係冇聲嘅，因為 due to 一啲嘅 copyright 嘅問題啦，咁所以咧會阿 New 咧會係去即係 describe 翻成件事究竟 what's really going on，right？好啦，咁而家咧我哋就去講下咧。第一張相啦，嗱咁咧其實咧大家要好清楚一樣嘢咧，哇！屌佢咁即係咧嗱，其實咧大家要知道咧就係一個叫 UAP 啦 ，UAP 係 stand for 咩咧？就係一個嘅 unidentified aerial phenomena， 咁即係而家咧就唔係話咩 UFO sighting 啊，唔係而家咧有個好嘅潮語啊，呢啲叫潮，即係近期都好興嘅呢幾年，就係講緊 UAP 嘅。點解咁講咧？就係咧原來發覺到咧啲軍方啊，佢哋覺得咧 UFO 咧時咧俾人聯想咧就係關於飛碟，佢就話不如咁啦，呢一個咧係不明嘅。係上空嘅一啲嘅奇怪嘅現象，即係解釋唔到嘅嘢，係啦，所以叫做 UAP。Can you explain more UAP for our audience, please?
Okay, it's the same thing as a UFO. Okay,
all right.
But because the government realized that there's a big community out there that is involved in UFO research. The government has lost control of the subject, so they changed the name.
All right.
Now they call it UAP.
They don't want to collaborate with the UFO, right?
They don't want to. They want to control. They're very scared. They want to control the narrative, the direction of how to bring this out. So they make it suit them.
All right. Understood. Please.
係啦，咁咧點解會用 UAP 去形容咧？唔用 UFO 呢一個詞語咧，係因為美國政府啦，發覺其實坊間好多 UFO 嘅組織咧，佢哋已經一早好多深入嘅調查係關於 UFO 噶啦。咁政府就覺得其實佢哋喪失咗個話語權啊。咁而家先至出嚟講 UFO 喎，咁啊所以就用咗另外發起一個新嘅詞語叫 UAP， 咁佢等佢自己可以話我好掌握到發生咩事。
但好奇怪喎 ，Jenny， 你覺唔覺得咧？中文譯咗咩吊燈形不明異常影現象？係啊，
即係呢個 chandelier
用吊燈嚟形容嘅咧。
係啊，佢嗰個樣係似一個 chandelier 咁樣，所以係咁樣去形容呢一隻嘅 UFO， 好似另外一個叫 jellyfish 啊，我哋可能一陣間會再睇啊。
The question I asked Jenny, why in Chinese they describe is like a chandelier? It's like, is it the shape like that? So that's why
it looks like a chandelier.
Okay.
And this is the one that Jeremy Corbell says has been seen as being transmedium. You'll remember the 5 observables?
Yes.
It can go in the air and it can go under the sea. And they say that this did go under the water and then shoot off very, very fast.
Yes.
Which means that it is more than likely something real. If you go back to the jellyfish, then you've got to be careful. Because remember, you don't know what they're putting out there to confuse people, the secret government. Because some in the secret government want disclosure, some don't want it.
Exactly.
So they now, this is what we call a PSYOP,
I see.
Psychological operation. It may be the jellyfish.
In the past, some of the experts described the UFO under the sea called the USO, right?
Right.
The unidentified submerged object.
That's just the same as transmedium, because whatever's under the sea will fly above the sea. It's the same thing. It's just you're seeing it under the sea.
Exactly. 因為呢陣間咧，我哋都想去講下咧，因為我呢度撩阿 Neil 咧講多啲係咩咧？關於一啲咧就叫做 skinwalker range 嘅嘢。因為咧嗱，我唔知啊，因為咧成個 story 或者係成個 episode 嘅一啲嘅 content 咧，都係阿 Neil 去自己去做一個 rundown 啦。Let's talk about more the skinwalker range later on.
Yes,
okay.
We can.
我撩佢講多啲 ，OK， please。
係啦，咁啊頭先咧就提到呢個吊燈型嘅 UFO 啦，或者 UAP 啦。咁其實咧佢因為個形狀好似一個吊燈啦，咁同埋當時咧係形容呢一隻嘢可以穿透過唔同嘅界面嘅，
即係好快嘅飛得，
好快嘅
咁樣啊！
包括係譬如入水啦，或者係好快咁樣飛過啦。咁所以頭先我哋話 jellyfish 呢個啦，咁都會想攞出嚟討論咧，係咪一啲秘密嘅政府用嚟去 擾亂視線啊，因為喺秘密政府嗰度有一批係好想公開多啲資料，但係有一批就好唔想嘅。咁所以呢個叫做 psychological operation， 即係有啲心理嘅運動或者係操作咁樣，咁就希望可能擾亂咗你啊。
manipulation 啦 ，psychological manipulation 啦，
心理操控咁樣。
係啦，咁所以咧嚟緊咧，我哋下一張圖咧就可以講下咧。哇！第二張係咩？第二張已經係片嚟㗎啦，已經。
OK， 我哋係咪睇下chandelier？
好，我哋不如睇下啦，好嘛？好，咁我哋唔要我哋個樣啊，係咪？咁我哋係咪？好，我哋 play 先嚇。OK， 好，我哋睇一睇呢一啲係咩嚟嘅。
Actual chandelier video is about 18 years old. So even though they're showing it now, I've got film here from 18 years ago. Now you watch the chandelier.
Oh, this is the chandelier shape.
It's a chandelier shape, and it's in America, in Phoenix. The photographer is a guy called Jeff Wilwin. He actually films these, and he's a very smart guy because look at the movement. Can you see the movement?
The surface is like a kind of metallic surface,
It's a metallic surface, and look at the glare that's coming off it. Can you see?
It's quite what we call a reflection light. Is that the reflection?
We're not sure if it's reflection, partly reflection, but also partly got to do with the we call it the aura around it, the static effect around it against the atmosphere.
From time to time, they change the color of the aura?
It changes, yeah. It changes. Depends on the intensity of whatever the propulsion system is.
Got it. All right. 好 please.
係啦，咁頭先睇嗰個片咧，
我哋再 play 好嘛？咁樣會好啲啊。即係我覺得咧，阿 Jenny 用廣東話憶述咧，再 play 咧會傳神。好。
好啊，咁喺呢條片咧就2005年嘅，係18年前㗎啦，見到。咁當時係一個叫 Jeff Wilwin 嘅朋友咧去拍到嘅。你見到係個表面係好似好 metallic 嘅，即係好金屬面嘅。咁所以有啲反光啦，同埋咧見到有啲好似噴氣咁樣出嚟嘅。係啦，咁其實佢側邊咧，除咗係一啲反光面啦，可能係一啲 aura 嚟嘅，即係啲光環。喺條邊有啲光咁樣嘅，係啦，冇錯啦。OK， 咁呢一個咧就係頭先阿 Neil 都有講過啦，18年前有一位阿 Jeff 係嘛？係啦 ，Jeff Wilwin 係啦，有位阿 Jeff 咧就喺 Phoenix 啊，喺鳳凰城嗰度咧就影到一條咁嘅 video 出嚟。咁呢個，this is so good, right?
It's incredible because what's even more incredible is with the chandelier is if you look at the picture of the petroglyph.
The picture
係咪呢個？係咪呢個？Is it this one?
No, that's what we've just seen flying around, and there's also a picture in the rock.
A picture in the rock.
意思4 3 4
嚇OK。意思3咯，係咯，頭先咪呢個咯
4啊。
OK 4，好
right，
係啦呢個。
So there you see the chandelier on the right, and to the left you see.
This is a mountain or just a rock surface?
This is a rock surface in a mountain, and we call those petroglyphs.
It's identical.
Yeah, they're called.
It's 100% identical.
Right. So these are called petroglyphs. These are carvings in rocks.
Oh my goodness!
From hundreds and hundreds of years ago. Okay.
嗱，所以我時都覺得啦 I just believe that 100 years ago when you just seeing the Egyptian and also the what we call the Asians drawings on the rock or something like, there always appear UFO.
Always something.
Yeah,
right?
Always, yes.
So these are probably 800 years old, 1,000 years old.
Oh my goodness. OK， 好。
嗱，咁樣右邊你見到嗰張相咧，就係嗰個 UFO 啦，嗰個 chandelier 嗰個吊燈型 UFO 啦。咁而左手邊嗰個咧係岩畫嚟嘅喎。咁岩畫就即係一啲遠古嘅岩石咧，啲古人係鑿咗落去嘅。咁係真係唔止幾百年㗎，可能係上千上萬年嘅都唔出奇嘅。咁頭先Adam 就話。譬如啲埃及啊，或者古文明啊，嗰啲壁畫咧，見到 其實都可能有啲係 UFO 刻咗落去嘅，係古人見到㗎啦。
所以你會見到，所以喺我嘅節目咧。In my program, always mentions the Asians drawings. Always appear some UFO.
Always something.
Yes, so that's why it's quite identical, and also the shape of that the video shot, and also the rock. I mean the drawing on the rock is quite identical.
Yes.
一模一樣嘅，見到
係真係 exactly 一模一樣。
即係唔係近期先至嚟㗎。
係啦，即係呢一嚿石可能 it's been drawing a couple of thousand years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I mean, these are old. And Jeff is a very good researcher. He is convinced that the chandelier is alive.
How can he be convinced?
He calls them petroglyphs in the sky because he believes these are living objects. Now, whether Jeff believes that they're if you like, kind of an animal, or whether he's saying that the craft are super intelligent. It would mount to the same thing, because whatever they are, they're going to be much cleverer than us.
Oh, all right, please.
頭先有啲話Jeff 係一名研究人員嚟㗎啦，咁佢相信咧呢個吊燈型嘅 UFO 咧係活生生嘅，即係唔係淨係一個飛行器喎。Are you saying that it has its own intelligence, not has a pilot behind?
These craft are self-intelligent.
Did the craft interact with Jeff?
Some of them have.
Okay.
He's filmed a lot of stuff. It's an AI, artificial intelligence, because any civilization brighter than us has crossed that threshold already, that singularity. They've crossed it already. They're already gone.
How can they, interact? Is it using their mind? I mean, to receive the message and also sending the message through our mind to them?
It's mind to mind. It's in a very complex way. It's got to do with field effects, different fields, and the mind's interacting with the fields.
Okay.
The field is what's in between our mind and their mind.
Got it. Wow, this is so cool.
即係頭先解釋咧唔係講緊個飛行器背後嗰個機師係有智慧，而家講緊係本身呢個飛行器呢個 UFO 咧，自己已經係有生命嘅，佢係有智慧嘅，係 AI 咁樣嘅。咁頭先阿 Neil 就講到其實係有個磁場，即係嗰個 field 係隔住我哋嘅啫，就所以係。嗰個 Jeff 就形容係一個 living object in the sky， 係天上邊一個生物嚟㗎。
即係其實係可以同呢一位阿 Jeff 拍攝呢一條片嘅人咧係去溝通嘅，係。哇！呢一個其實真係嗱，即係喺其他嘅平台咧，即係未必真係可以睇到呢樣嘢啊！即係仲有咧，我自己發覺到咧，其實佢好似一個齒輪咁樣嘅話咧 ，how is the way they fly? I mean, is it the spin or
none of these things fly, because when you say fly, that means like a plane. You've got thrust, you've got drag, you've got weight, and you've got lift. These four principles.
Okay.
These don't fly.
All right.
So
they can hang in
they have
the air.
They have a propulsion system that is way beyond us. Very difficult to understand. And the more advanced the civilization, the more different the propulsion system is. And in fact, some of them may not even be here at all. They may be projections.
I see. Wow.
So now you look at it
differently. I got it. 嗱，真係呢個好難 explain， 要考下 Jenny 啦，真係要。
嗱，咁佢講緊即係 Adam 就問點，其實呢個嘢點樣飛嘅咧？咁啊，呢個就其實唔係用飛呢個去形容嘅，因為喺佢哋嗰個世界啊，喺外星人嘅世界或者呢啲生物嘅世界啊，佢哋冇一個咩重量啊，冇話你點樣升起啊，點樣推進啊，完全冇呢回事嘅。佢哋係超越咗我哋認知嘅範圍，可能甚至佢唔存在添，佢唔係存在呢個空間，而係一個投影嘅啫。
Okay, right. Okay. Okay, please.
So these things have been living, if you like, in the sky for hundreds of thousands of years.
Right, okay.
You know, so we know they're not psychological operations. Okay?
即係其實咧，阿 Neil sorry，其實阿 Neil 都話咧，即係好似一個海市蜃樓咁，佢未必其實一個好 solid 嘅一個 object 嘅。個其實嗱又唔可以講 illusion， 呢個唔係喎，又唔係 illusion 嚟嘅喎。但係咧佢就話咧係一個虛無嘅影像俾你睇到，但係可能係唔係我哋呢個空間嘅影像。係啊，即係跨維度啊，或者係啦。嗱，呢一個大家要值得去講，就係話譬如 OK，I see a UFO in the sky now。可能呢個 UFO 唔係一個 solid object，即係講緊咧，可能佢 from another dimension 去俾一個 project 嘅 image，is that right？ they just make a project image
Some
for
of it-
us to see, all right?
Some of it is like that. And the projection is not necessarily a projection that everybody can see. It can be an infiltration of your consciousness.
Maybe
So
among
some
three
people-
of us, you can see,
Right.
and Jenny and I cannot see it.
That happens on occasions, yes.
Wow！嗱，所以呢樣嘢咧就係即係等於我哋即係講句唔好聽撞鬼一樣啦。
係啦
即係譬如好似我同阿 Jenny，可能我哋兩個去靈探咁，可能阿 Jenny 見到哇前面有隻嘢，咁我就同阿 Jenny 講：喂，前面冇喎，邊有隻嘢
係啦
？Exactly 就係
冇錯
呢一個 phenomena 啦。
即係接唔接收到，或者去
Exactly
揀邊啲人去接收。
Exactly
同埋我哋之前有嗰集咧講過，點解嗰啲人見到個距離全部都一模一樣，即使嗰啲人係唔同地方，咁係因為嗰啲 UFO 係俾咗啲 signal，嗰個意識啊，即係影響咗個意識，就話我喺佢頭佢喺我頭頂，咁所以個個人喺唔同嘅位置都覺得佢喺我頭頂，
冇錯
但
冇錯
係邊有可能你總有
冇錯
距離嘅分別㗎嘛？
冇錯，所以呢一個咧，其實即係頭先阿 Neil 就係講啦，你可能係一個 solid object，或者可能一個 projection 嚟嘅啫，係啦，exactly。
同埋咧，阿 Neil 頭先講到咧，因為呢一隻 chandelier 咧已經係幾千年已經喺嗰個岩畫上面見到啊，咁即係證明咧佢係存在咗好多年㗎啦，並唔係一個 psychological operation，即係唔係一個心理嘅控制嚟嘅，係真真實實嘅。
Okay, any change on Neil tonight? Really
Eye-catching.
I cannot see Adam. Okay, oh, anyway，嗱，呢一個咧，我就真係好 looking forward 阿 Neil 去講呢樣嘢啦，就係、如果大家咧去 click 下一啲嘅 YouTube 啊，或者有時咧有一啲嘅 channel 咧係講緊咧一個叫做 Skinwalker Range。咁而家佢呢一個咧，其實咧就係異曲同工啊，就係叫做 Bradshaw Range。咁 Bradshaw Range 之前即係我哋都有
我哋上次
mention
講咗
過啦，係啦。咁呢一個咧其實同 Skinwalker Range 有啲咩？Is there any correlations between the Bradshaw Range and the Skinwalker Range? Neil?
Skinwalker Ranch, Bradshaw Ranch, Wilson Ranch. There are many places around the world that
It's
have this
kind of the same,
situation.
right? Okay.
It's have the situation. And again, it's thousands of years old.
Okay.
The Indians, the indigenous Red Indians in the States have been watching these things and been fully aware of what's going on at Skinwalker for hundreds of years. Hundreds of years. So there are these places, and wherever they are, the Americans seem to get there, the military, and control it and study it.
Okay.
And then they sell the ranch, so to speak, but it's to their own contractors.
all
You know what I
right.
mean? So you
All
can't
right.
get onto Skinwalker Ranch.
Do you need to have some certain permission?
You cannot get on because it's now owned technically private.
Oh, okay.
You
All
can't
right.
get on.
They won't let you in, right?
No. But the area around Skinwalker Ranch is just as affected.
It's public, right? It's
Public areas, the
It's a
town.
public area,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, Jenny can explain to you.
Yeah.
We went through all this.
阿 Jenny
Yeah.
其實
Went
咧
through all this.
做
You
呢
can-
個節目好辛苦。All
Yeah, I
right.
can explain a bit.
Okay.
咁頭先
Explain it to
講
her.
翻
Okay.
咧，除咗 Bradshaw Ranch，我哋上次提到嗰個白桑牧場啦，咁頭先提到有個叫 Skinwalker Ranch 嘅，係叫做皮行者牧場啦，仲有一個叫做 Wilson Ranch 嘅。咁其實呢幾個牧場咧，嗰個情況都好相近嘅。咁呢啲地方咧，其實已經係有好長時間嘅歷史啊！啲土著啊，譬如印第安人啊，一早都知道咧，呢啲牧場係發生一啲好奇怪嘅事嘅。咁、美國嘅軍方咧知道咗之後咧，其實就開始喺呢啲地方度做研究啦，去抌咗好多錢落去，可能做啲測試啦咁樣。咁亦都有一啲 contractor，即係佢哋嘅自己嘅合約嘅合約商啦，咁咧就去買咗呢個地方嘅。咁所以而家 Skinwalker Ranch 即係皮行者咧，其實呢個牧場咧已經係私有化咗㗎啦。咁但係係啦，就已經唔俾人入㗎啦。咁但係其實除咗呢一個牧場呢個位置咧，其實佢周圍嗰個範圍咧，都有出現呢啲咁奇怪嘅現象出現嘅。
係啊，嗱，我諗我自己補充咧，we have been talking about the Skinwalker Range for a couple of months in some certain channel, right? And they're using a different scientific expert like the sound expert, the UFO expert whatsoever. Whatever, they just have a firework and launch a rocket, something like. They always hear some strange frequency, which
Yes.
we cannot hear that.
Yes.
But for some monitor, they can detect some 1.8個1.6萬兆啊，OK，咁1.6 megahertz something like that, and some special phenomenon happen, like 可能有一隻 UFO 出現啦，some UFO appeared in a blue color and green color, and also like the rocket will be explodes in the sky. Why would that happen?
Well, underneath that mesa, that mountain area
個
around,
盆地啦，可以叫做係啦，
it's absolutely dense with these signals and disturbances. And this intelligence that is there, we can call it a super intelligence, is really way, way ahead of the people, the scientists who are monitoring it. And they are, if you like, disturbing all their experiments.
Exactly,
You see,
exactly.
by using frequencies.
Okay, all right, please，因為太長啦，我
嗱，其實係好啊，喺個
嗯
盆地下邊咧，其實好多
Hello，
啲
呢個
signal 啊，或者係一啲頻率咧，係擾亂緊一啲機器嘅。咁其實之前咧，可能擺滿晒啲 cam 啊，啲monitor 住啊，即係睇下有啲咩事發生，我影唔影到一啲奇怪現象啦。咁但係咧，呢啲有智慧嘅生物啦，其實係會 cut 走晒、cut 斷晒所有嘅啲鏡頭嘅，咁變咗有時出現嘅時候咧，係你拍唔到任何嘢嘅。咁所以話係真係個 high intelligence，佢哋係有智慧同埋有謀略咁樣去做嗰啲嘢嘅。
所以其實頭先有位朋友都話叫皮行者啦，係真係嘅 Skinwalker Range。其實喺呢個情況下呢，因為我睇到嗰條片呢，就係好多個科學家用咗好多嘅儀器，譬如頭先我講過去放煙花啦，或者係去 launch 一啲個 rocket 上去個天空度啦，咁永遠呢都會一啲嘅所謂好敏感嘅儀器呢，會 detect 到一啲。就頭先阿 Neil 話齋一啲 disturbance 啊，一啲好干擾嘅嘢，而 which is 干擾嘅嘢令到咧，譬如佢哋試過一紮嘅無人機升咗上天空，咁啲無人機咧會係好唔穩定嘅，同埋咧有啲無人機跌咗落嚟，同埋一啲無人機咧會變咗顏色嘅。咁呢啲咧就係好似你話齋啦，一個叫好似阿 Neil 同我講有一樣嘢，同你哋講一樣嘢咧，就係一啲叫 super intelligent 嘅嘢咧，去出一啲所謂嘅 disturbance，令到
去擾亂你
係啦，
咁啊就會失控啦嗰啲機。
冇錯。
其實除咗呢啲機嘅失控之外咧，嗰啲牛隻肢解咧都喺呢個平衡者嘅牧場係好多時發生。
係啊，佢嗰個what we are talking about the bull body, all right, the cow body,
Yeah.
is like just only a hole, but inside nothing.
Nothing.
The blood
Empty.
all gone.
Blood gone,
Yeah.
some of the organs gone,
right.
perfectly cut
Exactly.
holes.
Yes.
Yeah, this is for sure. But you can also explain about how the one camera, we put a camera on the other one, and then when something happens, they cut off the camera so they can't see it.
Yeah, just now
Yeah,
佢
you explained that, yeah.
佢淨係完
It's
全
really
cut 咗佢。
amazing. This
It's
intelligence is
amazing.
playing with these scientists, if you like.
Exactly.
It doesn't let them get too close,
Right.
and sometimes it fools them, but it is always there, and you really it is really controlling the situation on the Skinwalker.
因為呢個 Skinwalker 咧比較好得意地咧，我都同佢講過，同阿 Neil 頭先即係坐喺度，我哋都傾過咧，就係佢哋有啲鑽探機、鑽土嘅機there's something like the driller, right? And they drill into 講緊10尺、20尺嘅地下度，但係好得意地咧，佢轉到咁上下咧，佢有啲力量唔俾佢轉。咁 suppose 如果你有一啲嘅 granite 又好，或者一啲so called好黑硬嘅花崗岩，
你最多係爛啫。
你個 drill head 咧一定會爛噶嘛。佢插出嚟，即係唔係插出嚟？佢掹出嚟插出嚟。佢掹出嚟嘅時間咧，嗰個 drill head 咧係冇爛到嘅，冇事嘅。但係好似係有一啲嘅 power 或者有一啲嘅力量咧。令到佢轉唔到再落去啦，
阻止咗落去
係啦，入唔到去啦。但係咧，你見到入邊咧有啲紅色嘅嘢嘅，咁啲紅色嘅嘢咩嚟嘅咧？咁當然啦，科學家就要即係用一啲嘅儀器嘅分析咧，就係話咧有一啲嘅 particles 或者有一啲嘅 minerals 咧喺地球咧係揾唔到。 即係 unknown 嘅，我哋未知嘅一啲嘅元素嚟嘅。咁啊係咩嚟嘅咧？咁我唔知啦嚇。咁我應該我都有時間應該去問下 Neil 啦，呢樣嘢啦。
即係除咗係好大嗰個磁場影響之外咧，仲有實際佢哋係見到一啲好大隻嘅狼啦，一啲已經絕咗種嘅生物啦，同埋即係有之前有啲 case 係話佢嚟食啲牛啊，或者係攻擊佢嗰啲牲畜啦。跟住個牧場主人係拎槍，即係準備拎槍去射佢啦。咁當然係一路跑嘅時候就一路開槍啦。嗰隻嘢係企喺度俾你開槍，冇喐嘅，
冇用嘅，即係
完全係冇用嘅。
OK，
咁佢一路行前，一路開槍，即係行一步就開一槍，都係傷唔到佢哋嘅。
你有冇見過隻狼好似隻馬咁啊？
係啊，
我真係覺得好誇張嘅，但係其實 it happened，all right。Okay, let's
But
move
before we leave that one,
Okay.
you explain hitchhiker.
right。
This is very important.
Okay, hitchhiker。
咁咧其實
就係呢一個啦，呢個叫
hitchhiker
effect 啦，
嗰個
係啦。
牽連效應啊，因為咧大家都覺得我哋喺呢個牧場遇到嘅嘢啦，咁我哋離開咗就可以，翻屋企就安全啦，係咪先？
講緊呢樣嘢啦，皮行者牧場嘅牽連嘅效應啊。
係啦，咁其實除咗係皮行者牧場發生呢個牽連者效應之外咧，其實其他嘅牧場或者係遇到 UFO 嘅事件都有機會發生呢個牽連效應嘅。咁係會點咧？翻到屋企之後咧，係會將呢啲能量好似帶翻屋企咁嘅。譬如會好似即係撞鬼咁樣啦，啲嘢會飄起啊，啲凳啊會無啦啦飄起啊，撞牆啊，或者係開門啊嗰啲咁樣，真係好似間屋有靈體咁樣，有嘢咁樣。咁甚至有啲係身體嘅physical 嘅 medical 啊，醫學上解釋唔到嘅，即係譬如可能啲血啊，有啲 scar 或者係傷咗啊，burn 啊，好似係。radiation 啊，即係
entities from the hitchhiker.
喂，咁我又可以睇下啦。Can we show to the audience? Can we show to the audience?
Yeah, you can.
All right, okay, cool. All right. 好嗱，我哋睇一睇啦。嗱，大家又有眼福啦，幾開心係嘛？幾多眼福？唉，真係好啦。我哋第日有眼福又可以睇下啦。Okay, can you explain a bit, Neil?
Well, this particular person, you can see that's come into his room. That entity, and it disturbs him. It tries to.
You mean the horizontal one, right?
No, look at the head. Can you see the head and the shoulder at the end
有
of
個
the arrow?
人形，有個膊頭咁樣嘅。
Okay, here, right?
Right.
一半嘅啫，係咪？好似
係，all right.
These critters come into his place and they try to take his DNA. And he's always fighting them off.
Oh, okay.
There you can see. You see
it's so clear,
It's
actually.
quite clear, yeah.
This in the man's home.
Yes.
It's not in the ranch.
Yeah, it's in his home. It's a hitchhiker
All
effect.
right.
呢個就係其中一個
Okay,
講緊嘅
thank you.
牽連效應啊！即係佢呢個人已經離開咗個牧場啦喎
Okay.
咁佢翻到屋企咧就見到呢一個頭先阿 Neil 呢張相咁樣啦，見到個人形嘅嘢，佢就好似係想攞去 DNA 咁樣。
係啦，嗱 Andy Chan 咧就係咧，an audience just left a message for us. In fact, I believe that humans in our society just knew less than 30% about our Earth. Some things we do not believe are easy to happen because we humans just know so little.
Exactly right. That's the whole point
I
about
totally
the nature of
agree
reality.
with you, Andy Chan.
Absolutely
Yes.
right, Andy Chan. The
Yes.
nature of reality is what we are all still trying to learn. And unfortunately, the way they cover up a lot of the stuff is by promoting religion,
Exactly.
you
Yes,
know,
yes.
to distort it
Yes, it does start everything.
and make everybody fight everybody,
Yes,
you know.
yes, they're just for benefit for political issues, something
Correct,
like that. Right?
correct.
Okay, cool. All right, so shall we move on to the UFO news update tonight? Because we have been receiving so many messages from our audience saying the aliens
Yeah,
at the
jellyfish.
Miami
Right.
Mall, right? 因為我哋都即係我自己都收到好多就係話，喂，你可唔可以問下 Neil 究竟呢一個嘅馬雅美嘅外星人係咪真㗎？咁大家都應該瘋傳，甚至乎好多嘅美國嘅主流媒體咧都有講過呢一樣嘢咧，就係一個 aliens 出現咗喺個Miami Mall 嗰度啦，咁樣。 Is that true, Neil?
Well, is Mickey Mouse true in Disneyland?
Yes, I believe so.
There's your answer.
Right.
Unfortunately, the American video sphere, blogosphere, whatever you like, it's full of distortion, it's full of entertainment, it's full of clickbait.
Yes, but it's not that clear, right, in the video.
If they were-
I just saw a tall entity like 8 feet, 9 feet, okay, just walking
Well,
along the street.
you don't know it was 8 feet, first of all.
I don't know,
and,
right.
And second of all, you can't
Wild
see
guessing, right.
it. And third of all, what intelligent alien is going to walk into the shopping mall and buy a Prada bag and get coupons for the next sale?
Yeah, I got a cash coupon for the next visit. All right, okay. 咁所以我諗阿 Neil 都答咗啦，咁大家都明㗎啦，係嘛？咁即係其實佢都覺得咧，呢一樣嘢就即係可能係傳媒嘅渲染啊等等啦。
Oh, do you think it's a psychological operation?
No, I just think it's nonsense.
係啦，即係可能佢係呢個或者啲惡作劇嚟嘅啫，可能係咁啊，就令到主流傳媒都紛紛去報導呢件事。
係啦，即係因為 click 流量啦，炒起咗有話 UFO 咁樣講啫。其實就
咁所以即係其實喺呢個情況下咧，即係大家都好搞笑地咧，就係所以你諗下一啲叫 mass media。究竟個 influence 有幾大？即係話有主流傳媒報導咧，你哋覺得咧就信以為真㗎啦，咁樣。咁其實可能啲即係所謂嘅 mass media 都俾人哋去敷咗都唔出奇㗎嘛，都唔完全冇問題㗎，呢樣嘢係咪先？好啦，第一已經解揭咗啦，第二咧就係一個 jellyfish UFO 啦，即係一個水母型嘅 UFO。Can you explain a bit more in details about the jellyfish UFO?
The jellyfish UFO, which we have a video.
Yeah.
The jellyfish UFO,
EB.
to my opinion, is just a psychological operation. Okay?
Is it a brainwash operation? Or
I just think it's kind of, you see, there it goes. The jellyfish. It's going through a military base and very, very low. People confusing it with the chandelier because they say it goes into the water and out very fast, but it doesn't. There's absolutely no evidence.
Okay.
But the interesting thing again,
It's really like jellyfish.
it looks like a jellyfish.
Yes, it's look like 99%.
Some people say it's a balloon, but it's not. When you zoom in, it's
no,
not a
no.
balloon. But personally, my opinion is it's a drone of some sort.
Yeah, it looks like a drone.
It's a military area. You have to expect these things.
Okay.
You know,
All right. All right.
it looks like somebody sneezed on the camera.
All right, Jenny.
係啦，即係呢一個就係嗰個水母型嘅 UFO 啊！呢條片咧出嚟近期出嚟啦，咁就話係2018年拍到嘅。咁阿 Neil 就話其實呢個有啲似係即係心理嘅即係操控嚟嘅，即係呢個係一個軍方嘅基地嚟啦。咁出現呢一啲就似係控啲模型機啊。咁會多過係 UFO。
transparent 嘅嘢。Is this like a transparent?
It looks that way because it's an infrared. You know, you're not looking at a proper film, so it's very
Maybe-
distorted.
All right, maybe they're just shooting in the
Yeah.
night mode, right?
Yeah, that's right.
因為紅外線啊，所以你見到好似有啲透明啊，但係唔一定係咁解嘅，純粹係嗰個畫面上有係紅外線影響嘅啫。
All right, okay.
Do we have the other video of this?
有
Now,
2B2嗰個。
好，我哋再俾第二條片俾大家睇，呢個真係大家睇下先。
and I believe
呢個 jellyfish UFO
I believe this jellyfish, the jellyfish you see in the military film, is a copy of this one in 2005
Oh, this is also happened in Phoenix as
in
well.
Phoenix in 2005.
Okay.
Jeff filmed this. It's very, very similar in shape. And this again is petroglyphs in the rocks covering it.
Oh, okay. 好，阿 Jenny。
呢個係2005年嘅片嚟㗎啦，嗰陣已經係拍到一個真係好似水母型嘅 UFO，係喺美國鳳凰城嗰度出現嘅。咁咧呢一個係喺嗰啲岩石岩畫嗰度咧都有出現嘅。
我再 play 多次啊。好，阿 Jenny 麻煩你。
So is this a real UFO and
That-
that might be a copy？
Correct. That's what I believe it's about.
即係其實可能咧，2005年呢條片嗰個 UFO 咧就真係真實嘅 UFO 嘅，而我哋頭先睇到嗰個話喺基地喺軍方基地嗰個咧，就係一個 copy 嚟嘅啫，可能係軍方 copy 咗啲技術，逆向工程咗，咁就喺嗰度試飛咯。
Okay. Does it really look like jellyfish? I mean that one.
It looks, you can't tell from film. This is the problem.
All right. OK， 好嗱，咁呢一個咧就係我哋都頭先都講過一個 jellyfish 嘅 effect 啦嚇，或者即係大家都覺得啊，呢個係咪一個jellyfish 嚟㗎啦咁樣？OK，咁我哋就再去講翻係咪呢一個啊？唉，我都
跟住
we're
going to New Congress.
Right. You want to catch up from before, right?
OK，
You remember we said that the eminent domain, everything was taken away,
all right.
and that the bad guys are winning with the disclosure. And I said to you, you wait 14 months, they're not going to win.
OK，
So they had another meeting.
OK，
And I think Jenny's actually got the video.
got the video right？
the people's
OK，
comments.
嗰個係啦，上次我哋條片我上次嗰集咧提過咧，阿 Neil 話喺嚟緊嘅14個月咧，應該就會有新嘅公開嘅披露㗎啦，因為好多人都喺度爭取緊
冇錯啦，
去開放呢啲 UFO 嘅資訊㗎啦。
呢個要
咁就啱啱喺呢個有一個係
呢個叫 Anna Paulina Luna
係啦，啱啱係共和黨佢哋有個新嘅 Congress hearing 嘅，有個新嘅聽證會嘅，喺1月12號嗰陣係舉行咗嘅。
不過其實我覺得幾奇怪嘅，而家啲所謂共和黨我好或者民主黨好啦，嗰啲聽證會咧，而家越嚟越多密咧去講 UFO 嘅嘢。即係以前就唔會噶嘛，閉門又好，話知你唔會 in public 話翻俾你聽啊，唔緊要，等下聽一聽呢位女士講啲咩先。
I think it's incredibly important to listen to the specific words that Grush uses. You know, Grush never said extraterrestrial or alien. He said interdimensional. I think that that's incredibly important because those are the types of things that when we go in there.
It's an interdimensional. I mean, now, what does that term? Is this something that bends time and space? What are you getting at?
I think that Grush, when I had talked to him on whether these were specifically extraterrestrials or alien in origin, he said interdimensional. He refused to use certain terms.
But by design, this issue is very compartmentalized.
So what does the investigation look like going forward? Is it more hearings?
I think so, but it's got me focused on who we need to be bringing into the hearing. As I've stated, it's not about little green men and flying saucers. The issue is tens of millions of dollars on an issue that we've been told does not exist since 1947, yet they're spending that money on researching something.
Okay. They always keep in reminding us the interdimensional.
That's very significant.
Yes. Can you
Because
explain more for our audience?
That's a big jump from little green men living on different planets to interdimensional. We're now talking about the nature of reality.
好啦，咁呢個係比較重要嘅佢哋講到係跨維度嘅物種啊，唔再係話外星人，即係外星人我哋一直以為係唔同星球嘅即係小灰人啊，或者佢叫 Little Green Man 啊，咁但係而家有好大嘅跳躍就係哋跨維度嘅物種嚟嘅。
冇錯。What do you mean the oh no, okay. We involve a different kind of entity, right? For interdimensional, what you're saying is with different dimension, different entity can come and back and forth and come with their technology on our Earth?
They have, in the different dimensions, a different relationship with space-time physics than we do here. So they are so advanced, they can use their technologies to actually change the space-time reality and hop over from one vibrational frequency or dimension into ours. Okay?
Okay. Because as far as I know that if some entity want to come to our Earth, I mean, a certain light years, maybe 10 light years, 30 light years, we are talking about Stargate, right? And through a Stargate, then you can travel to anywhere in the universe or in different Milky Way, all right? But now you are saying, without anything, they can, what we call the multi-dimensional or interdimensional stuff, right?
Okay.
嗱咁講翻咧嗰個跨維度嘅意思啊，即係頭先提到嗰個現實啊，即係我哋嘅現實係點樣樣咧？唔係我哋個世界嘅現實咧，可能係規限喺三維嗰度啦。而呢一啲跨維度嘅物種咧，可能咧就係有對於物理係有唔同嘅關係嘅，即係譬如話。佢哋嘅科技咧已經可以改變咗個磁場啦，改變到時空同埋即係空間同埋時間啦，所以咧佢哋可以跳躍式咁樣走到嚟我哋嘅世界嘅。所以呢一啲跨維度嘅物種咧嚟我哋嘅世界嘅時候咧，如果佢改變咗一啲頻率啦，而扭曲咗個時間或者係改變咗空間嘅話咧。咁佢哋就會出現咗喺我哋嘅地球上面啦。
So this is the you can bend the time.
That's right.
Okay. All right. Okay. Let's 好 show 啦。頭先咧唔係我聽到你講噶 Jenny 啊，我好專心聽你講噶。Okay. Let
時間關係我哋已經畫咗一個。
時間關係咧 ，Can you explain 嗱？呢一個咧嗱，我嘅理解啊，呢一個叫做時間軸。其實咧，我同阿 Kristel 都有講過咧。嗱，時間咧，其實咧，有啲人咧時都話咧，我哋係要係直線行嘅，其實唔可以係曲嘅。咁其實唔係嘅。喺我哋嘅 point of view，而家嚇，即係一啲嘅 expert 嘅 research 咧 ，time can bend， 即係話咧，呢一個咧，其實咧可以 bend 到嚟呢一個位嘅。Can you explain more for our audience, please?
Right. So at the top you can see the distance to travel through space might be 100 light years.
Okay.
Below, they have what's called the Einstein-Rosen bridge.
Okay.
They bend the space-time,
All right.
right, immediately.
Okay.
So you hop off from one side, look below.
即係嗱，本來就係咁嘅，但係而家咧佢咧就會 bend 咗，就會好快咁樣咧。Yes， 就會嚟到。
The scientists say, "Oh, you can't go faster than the speed of light. Who cares?
Who
They're
cares?
stupid. They must go back to school." Right?
Okay, all right.
Because you can bend space. They bend space-time.
即係話阿 Neil 嘅意思就話時間或者係空間可以扭曲嘅，係啦，
就係透過佢轉換嗰啲 frequency 啊，嗰啲頻率嘅時候，所以咧頭先阿 Neil 咧
Einstein-Rosen bridge。Einstein-Rosen
bridge
係啦。
頭先阿 Neil 咪講話，如果嗰啲外星人帶走我哋人類咧，飛去太空啊，或者點解可以 go through the wall， 點解可以穿越嗰埲牆？係因為佢改變咗啲頻率，令到我哋嘅物理有所改變。咁所以我哋就可以穿透咗一啲物料啦。而且嗰啲人係會冇咗個時間觀念噶嘛。
係啊，
我去咗2個鐘，但係其實可能係幾分鐘嘅啫。
嗱，
就因為佢 band
可能有啲
個時間空間。
人都唔係太 exactly 真係明。因為頭先阿 Neil 講咗個 example 就係話10 light years 10光年。如果嚟呢度10光年，喂，邊有可能㗎？甚至乎而家我哋血肉之軀，我哋去到6G、7G。即係個 gravity 啊，唔係我哋嘅 network，就係我哋七孔流血啦，我哋內臟會爆啦，各樣嘢啦，冇可能。其實唔係嘅，佢哋用嘅 technology 咧就係將時間去扭曲，就由呢一度去到呢一度咧，可能係 something like a millisecond。
係啦，咁所以就根本唔需要有。
This is a very good illustration diagram now. All right, cool. This is 呢個好正呢個嗱，咁呢一個咧就真係證明到。呢一個時間等等啊，冇事係啦 ，OK， 呢個就係證明到個時間扭曲啦，就係個 hyperspace 係講緊，即係當然我哋未認知嘅 technology 啦，係咪？呢一個就係講緊個時間嗰個扭曲啦，咁即係我哋時都叫蟲洞啦，個 wormhole 啦，咁其實就用咗佢哋嘅 technology，咁當然我哋亦都未認知，亦都未掌握到呢一樣嘢，咁但係咧其實咧已經咧好多科學家咧已經證實咗咧係有呢一樣嘢嘅發生㗎啦。就係喺我哋嘅地球去到一個任何嘅銀河系任何嘅位置咧，都可以經一個叫 hyperspace 嘅一樣嘢咧，即係佢哋嘅 technology 咧，they can travel anywhere anytime they like。
所以個光年已經唔存在啦，根本就唔需要去 care。
其實唔需要 who cares，佢話即係翻去讀書啦，講緊，因為我哋而家認知叫光年啦，係嘛？即係等於我都有講過，就係而家我哋喺地球見到粒星嘅光，可能佢係30光年、50光年、100光年發出嘅光，我哋而家今時今日先至嚟到地球睇到。係嘛？可能嗰個星體已經死咗㗎啦，係啦，已經冇咗㗎啦，基本上。咁所以嘅情況下呢，我哋就用一個光年嘅單位嘅 year light 嘅單位。咁其實個單位係咪對佢哋呢一啲嘅 entity 嚟講呢，有冇意思啊？冇意思，係啦，係冇意思嘅呢個單位，你明唔明啊？因為佢都唔係用呢樣嘢嚟 travel 嘅，係咪先？All right, very good, very good。咁今晚我真係覺得好鬼正啊！真係哇！好，咁我哋又繼續咯嚇，搞到哇係咪好睇呢？我都覺得我唔好話讚我哋啊，真係阿 Neil 真係講好用心去揾一啲資料呢，去 explain 俾大家聽。我哋而家到邊度啊？
我哋跟住就去EXO-101 呢個啦。
好啦 ，EXO-101 啊，咁我哋就開始就
個 PowerPoint
係啦。
Okay.
So, 好 right.
Let's see.
That's all right.
So we try to give the audience an understanding of how this truth embargo, how the American government has fooled everybody from 1945 up until now. Okay, this is EXO-101. It's the basics. We're going to teach you the basics.
呢個係試爆啊！呢個係1952年嘅試爆嚟 ，First Atomic Test 嚟嘅咋，唔係廣島嗰個啊。
係啊，咁其實阿 Neil 想講翻呢，究竟係嗰所有事件嘅始末啊，即係當初點解美國政府會1945年開始會愚弄一啲我哋嘅公眾啦，愚弄啲市民啦，咁係由1945年嗰個開始嘅，就俾多啲資料大家去認識下嘅。
明白。All right.
Okay.
So this is the first atomic test in 1945.
The first atomic bomb was exploded at Trinity.
Marshall
in 1945.
Islands. Where is Marshall Islands?
Marshall Islands are those in the Pacific. In the Western Pacific.
Okay. In
the
Pacific Ocean, right?
The Americans did terrible things. The islanders. They
Is
told
it
them,
near Hawaii?
Yeah, around that sort of area. They dropped nuclear bombs into tests, and they poisoned all the land, and the poor people had to leave their homes, and they did terrible things to them.
This is what they're trying is the bioweapon.
They're making an atomic bomb. They were bombing to see what the effects were on the people, the radioactivity. They were fooling the people, using them as guinea pigs.
OK， 即係俾佢哋做實驗，真係慘啊！呢啲人真係好。阿 Jenny 麻煩你。
當年1945年啦，咁係美國政府就去呢啲群島嗰度啦，喺即係好喺太平洋海嗰度咧，就有啲群島咧，咁佢就用嗰啲人民嚟做島民啦，就做一啲白老鼠啊，咁佢就抌好多原子彈啊，去試啲核武啦，同埋去試嗰個 radioactive 嗰個輻射係啦，睇下個輻射影響人係點樣啊，咁所以係好殘忍嘅做到。
係 ，all right，OK， 好，咁我哋就下一張咧就可以睇下究竟 OK。This is the who is this guy? All right.
So what actually happened after 1945?
All right.
Lots of UFOs started to be seen in the sky.
The Project Blue Book.
Okay, because what happened? The aliens were thinking to themselves, the human species has reached a level now where the children have found the matches.
All
right, and it's dangerous.
Yes.
They don't want the humans to export this into space.
All right. Okay. Cool.
Okay.
咁1945年就試咗呢個核試之後咧，就越嚟越多 UFO 嘅個案出現啦。因為佢哋發覺，啲人啊，好似啲小朋友咁樣揾到啲火柴咯，咁佢就驚呢啲人類咧會唔會燒親啦，或者係做一啲危險嘅嘢咧，影響到呢個宇宙啊。
Okay, so it became a very big embarrassment that they couldn't explain, the government, that they couldn't explain why these things were flying around the sky. What were they? Why were people saying that they were having encounters? And it was very disturbing because the American government don't want to lose control.
But the U.S. government definitely knows what really going on.
Of course they know.
Yes.
Okay. So do we.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
咁政府其實係知道發生咩事嘅，咁但係因為佢唔希望喪失呢個話語權啦，亦都唔希望會失控啦，咁所以咧但係佢當時係解釋唔到嘛，即係 佢哋唔可以同公眾去講有 UFO 事件或者係點解佢哋會過嚟啦。咁所以佢哋好尷尬，咁就開始咗有一個 control 同埋一個控制啦。
冇錯。
So what they did was, in order to fool people, psyop, psychological operation,
Right.
they set up Project Sign to study the phenomena
Okay.
and give fake results. After that, they closed it. They did Project Grudge.
All right.
Closed that. After that, they did Project Blue Book till I think 69. Okay.
Okay.
Now, you can do that.
Yeah， 咁佢即係美國政府咧就開始咧用 Project Sign 啦去愚弄一啲市民啦。佢點樣做咧？就係佢會用一啲 study 啦，即係話去研究呢啲 case。咁但係咧就出嚟一啲假嘅結果。
即係其實咧，我發覺到咧 ，Jenny 就係應間都會 explain 俾阿 Neil 聽咧，就係你聽過麥田圈咧 ，crop circle，就係佢揾咗兩兄弟嚇，they found two brothers，and then manually saying that no this is not natural, this is made by these two guys.
Doug and Dave.
Exactly，即係呢一個就係美國政府常用愚弄一啲民眾，就係話 make a fake story and cover up the real one。
Since then, there's a backstory to Doug and Dave.
Oh,
Now,
really?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Now there's a very famous ufologist who has said that their findings in this phenomena is that the ETs make these people do it. Because they do it so perfectly. In some cases, the smaller ones. You know, Jacques Vallée was saying,
All right.
Jacques Vallée, Dr. Jacques Vallée,
yeah,
he
I
was
heard
saying,
of it.
in some cases, the people are, if you like, influenced to
Yes.
do this.
So that's what you are talking about. The ET control the two guys to make it.
In many cases, yes. In many cases, but of course they are
Now,
also.
this is the first time I heard of this.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
it
this
true?
is absolutely. You can read
你都第一次聽啦，係嘛？
Dr. Jacques Vallée's book.
Because I've been thinking, because the UF government want to make a fake one to cover up
Yeah.
the real one.
Well, they maybe they're doing that, and then now what comes out is that these guys were not doing it like
gosh.
that. They were actually influenced.
oh my goodness!
This is a battle going on between the
Oh,
ETs.
really?
Of course.
Do these two guys, those two brothers, know they are controlling by
You
the?
don't necessarily know. You don't necessarily know. It's influence.
Jenny 都呆
頭
呆地。
先咧講嗰個麥田圈咧就有兩件
Oh
事，
my
一個就係話
goodness.
有兩兄弟咧就講出嚟話其實佢係人造嘅，即係唔關 UFO 事啦。
係
咁啊
exactly.
嘗試去愚弄啲人就話你哋唔好諗咩 UFO 啦，邊有咁神奇啊，都係人造嘅啫。咁但係 Neil 講咧。後尾有個古仔就話係啲 UFO 控制或者去影響呢啲人嗰兩兄弟去做呢啲圖出嚟嘅喎。
Yeah.
Is it real?
Yeah. It's a.
This is so
The
explosive.
nature of reality. We're coming to this nature of reality, and we'll be going more into that as we go forward. Nature of reality.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
現實嘅本質啊！咁啊，Neil今日都不停咁樣去重複講，究竟咩係現實咧？
係
So for Project Blue Book, they got the consultant in astronomy for United States Air Force, Dr. Alan J. Hynek,
Jahanet, right?
to lead the investigation into these UFOs.
He's a Russian, right?
No, he was American.
American.
Guy. And the CIA set up this whole thing. So in comes Dr. Heinig, and he
Okay.
investigates loads and loads and loads and loads of these cases. And for 5%, he can't find an explanation. Okay? And then later on, when the cases got more intense,
Okay.
he finally realized that he was being fooled and that the phenomena was real.
Oh, okay. 好 please.
咁咧 Project Blue Book 咧就請咗個叫 Hynek 嘅顧問啦，咁佢係帶領住成個即係 UFO 嘅調查嘅。咁呢一個 project 咧係 CIA 去 set up 嘅，去 operate 嘅。咁佢就發現有5% 到嘅 case 咧係解釋唔到啦。咁但係後尾佢發現咧，原來成個 project 都係一個愚弄人嘅 嘅事嚟嘅，就唔係真實嘅。
冇錯啦。咁喺呢個情況咧，嗱你要見到咧，譬如即係大家好多年前都睇過Steven Spielberg 嘅一個叫做Third Encounter，
Close Encounter
of the Third Kind，right？ 咁即係我諗陣間俾阿 Neil 去 explain 咩叫第一類接觸、
Okay.
第二類接觸、第三類接觸啦。Can you explain more about the Close Encounter of the
Yeah,
Third,
well, what-
Second and the Third?
What Hynek did, Dr. Hynek, he decided to divide all these cases up into 4 different categories. Close
Those
encounter-
days, right,
In
those
those
days,
days.
right.
Close encounter of the first kind is when you see a craft, no interaction. You just see the
Yeah,
craft.
just see the craft in the sky, right? Okay.
That's one category.
Okay. All right.
Second category, as you can see on the board, is that there's physical effects on the ground or vegetation is broken, and those would be close encounters of the second kind.
Okay, maybe the ground was burned, something like
whatever.
that, right? Okay.
Yeah.
And the third kind.
The third kind is that there were some occupants in the craft.
You can see
You can see
an
them.
entity in the craft, right?
Right. Like the Turkish UFO video. Have you
Do
ever
they
seen
have
that?
windows in the craft?
Some of them do. Well, when they say windows, they're not glass. What actually happens is
It's a transparent
the
substance.
metal turns into transparent.
Transparent, yes. 即係佢話 exactly 唔係一塊玻璃嚟㗎，唔係空空空嗰啲玻璃。
嗰個窗唔係玻璃窗
佢話
嗰啲
阿 Neil 就話有啲 metallic 嘅一啲嘅，即係一啲嘅所謂嘅
好似
金屬嘅，
蒙咗
係啦，
跟住之後變返
佢可以變
clear，
透明
變透
嘅。
明
哇！真係正，
好高科技咁樣。
好正。
唔係，其實我哋而家都有呢啲科技，就係去廁所嗰塊玻
啊！你
璃咧，
撳一個掣
就會 clear
就
咗
miss 咗啊嘛，
係啦，miss
係啦
咗就清咗咁樣，
Right，
即係類似咁樣嘅原理嘅。
冇錯冇錯
係啦。咁頭先
Yeah.
係啦，講講1、2、3個先啦。咁譬如第一咧，即係 Hynek 就有分咗嗰陣有分咗4類嘅 close encounter，
係
即係點樣同外星人接觸嘅
係。
第一類咧就係你純粹喺天嗰度見到有飛碟嘅啫，咁就冇任何嘅交流嘅互動嘅。咁第二類咧就係見到有一啲物理上嘅痕跡嘅，即係譬如嗰啲麥田圈啦，或者係燒窿咗啊咁樣，咁就係第二類接觸。
冇錯。
第三類接觸咧，就係話見到嗰啲 E.T. 啦，所以頭先問到話，係咪有隻窗咧上到去嗰個飛碟嗰度，可能見到出面咯喎，咁就係原來係透明咗嘅嗰啲金屬板變咗，
冇錯。
咁就第三類
How
啦
about。the fourth one?
Well,
The
the fourth
close
one
encounter of the fourth kind.
is,
呢個就係我時都講嘅 Dr. Stephen Greer 啦，
Greer
就係 OK。
right. The fourth kind is what we call, when I was on this program as well in America with these insiders, they called them unconsenting encounters. In other words, no consent. You don't say yes to the being that comes to take you away.
OK，即係未得到你同意，佢又可以唔得到你嘅同意，
就捉走你啦。
This is what we call abduction 啦。
Abduction.
Right.
Right. But also, there's also consenting encounters where there's been a good reaction between the two.
OK，what do you mean both consent and without consent？
Right.
All right.
Will fall under 4.
係啦，
Yeah，OK。
咁第四類咧就係其中有一個就係叫做冇得到同意咧，就捉走咗你嗰啲老拐啦，即係老拐事件啦，突然間俾 UFO 捉咗上去啦。咁係因為你冇問過你，冇得到同意嘅。咁但係有啲 case 咧係有得到嗰個人嘅同意咧，去帶佢走嘅。
啊，其實好得意喎，即係點一個外星人問你，喂，你信唔信我帶你走啊？咁我諗 normal scenario 都唔會話想
唔
啩。
係㗎，或者係帶你我帶你去旅行啊咁樣。你睇唔睇？我哋成日睇戲咧，咪見到有啲咧落嚟見到話，我今日我不如帶你去旅行啊，或者上個飛碟去好唔
喂，如果
好啊咁樣。
喺你身上，我想問下你嗱，忽然之間我當你譬如翻緊屋企咁，忽然間喺個路側邊有隻嘢真係飛咗落嚟，and then 有啲人同你講，即係嗰啲嘢同你講啦，咪有啲人啦同你講，喂，阿 Jenny，我想帶你去火星咁樣，咁你會點？
我諗佢真係睇下驚唔驚嗰個感覺。
即係我會驚咯，即係
係啊即係如果驚我就
哇頂你啊！你咩人啊？
係啊，突然間個感覺，
係咪啊
因為咧
係咪先
我睇嗰啲 case 咧係話佢俾你嘅感覺係我覺得好安全，或者好 peace 嘅，好 calm 嘅，咁啊覺得OK 嘅，就會自然就 yes 咗走過去。但係有啲係會覺得好急。好 fear 啊！即係譬如上次阿 Neil 話去 Black Shore Ranch，你成個人係打冷震，我未見到我已經覺得好寒啊！
因為有啲
嗰啲
case 咧，因為有啲 case 好快咁講咧，因為佢都唔知我哋講乜，即係有啲 case 好快咁講啦，就係話上到去咧，佢好似話咧個女士啊，形容咧就係攞咗支嘢， 就係插咗入佢嘅下體入邊咧，攞咗啲 so called 卵子嘅嘢，我唔知你有冇聽過啦。
有
and then 就噥一聲就翻落嚟地頭咧，就佢個大腿內側咧就有啲 scar 啦，即係啲黑黑地嘅嘢，但係又唔痛唔成嘅喎。但係佢有人問佢啦，嗰個女士話：喂，你個過程入邊咁你始終有啲嘢對咗你身體係啦，係啦，咁有冇咧？佢話冇嘢嘅喎。但係咧，好得意地咧，就係佢個身體，即係佢個下體嘅附近咧，有一啲嘅黑色嘅一笪嘅嘢，就唔知咩，係淤痕咁上下，但係撳佢咧係唔痛嘅，係啦，
即係佢可能我啲科技係好進步㗎啦，已經，或者你昏迷咗咯，
係啦。OK，how about the fifth kind?
The fifth kind is a more recent category. It was not used by Dr. Hynek. Fifth kind came about when Dr. Stephen Greer initiated human-initiated contact. That means the human would start the contact.
Okay, all right. 即係其實即係好簡單啦，係啦，我哋自己人類主動去 contact 佢啦。即係我唔知係咪叫撩鬼攞命啊？
係啦，即係頭先提到嗰個 HK effect 啊，即係嗰個牽連效應啊，同埋話佢捉你去到有啲咩研究啊，或者攞走你啲嘢啊。
頭先8點零鐘嗰時，阿 Jenny 就 mention 到一樣嘢咧，就係話佢哋做完一樣嘢之後咧，翻去咧，佢屋企就有啲好古怪嘅現象發生啦，
甚至個身體會出現有啲病啊。
所以其實我越嚟越相信咧，記唔記得我哋第一集阿 Neil 都有講過。就係一啲嘅 phenomenon， 即係話啲 spirit 同一啲嘅外星人，即係 E.T. 啦，講緊係 in the same kind， 即係 correlate 嘅其實。
係即係唔好大家用呢個話宗教形式去睇咩鬼啊嗰啲，可能佢哋都有 energy， 有啲能量或者唔同嘅存在於唔同嘅空間、唔同嘅頻率。
冇錯。
咁所以佢哋可能同一樣嘢嚟到撞鬼，等於係有人撞到呢啲 UFO 或者 E.T. 咁。
The last time we met。I just explained to our audience. The last time we met, 阿 Neil 好好就係話咧，佢CE5咧，其實咧佢好耐冇做噶啦嚇。He's not doing for quite a long time, but now he's considering to do it again with our audience sometimes. Alright， 咁所以咧，佢而家考慮緊。He is considering。
因為頭先提到嗰個問題 ，HK effect 啦，同埋話啲老鬼事件啦，唔係所有 alien 都一定哇好友善嘅嘛，對你，你唔知 call 啲乜嘢。
即係有時 The Grace 嗰啲，有啲人已經知啦，小灰人已經係啲壞人嚟㗎啦，係咪先？好。咁我哋開始咧就慢慢 jump into another topic 啊。
Okay, but are we not showing the CE5?
Yes.
Yeah, the CE5 here. So we can see the video in CE5.
Okay, so what we did was,
嗱，我哋而家睇下個 CE5 係。
I got a group of people in Hong Kong. I made them strive. If they really wanted it, they had to really fight for it.
But everyone is thinking of us one same thing, right?
But to get to this place, they had to climb a mountain at night in the day, late afternoon. And they were getting angry, and they were shouting, and they were not happy. But I made them go for so long until they almost broke. You know?
Okay.
And then finally, when we got there...
How long does it take to climb the hill?
It must have over an hour and a half.
Oh,
maybe more.
That's a piece of cake. No.
Not when you're going like this.
Yes.
So I had my trimeter, which reads the electromagnetic.
In Hong Kong, right?
Yes.
In Hong Kong, all right.
And I had my radars to see if there were any disturbances in the field. And I put them down on a helicopter landing pad in the mountain, and then taught everybody how to try to relax and try to meditate and try to come together as one mind, which...
Everybody have to think of one thing, right?
Of the same kind of thing.
Yeah, okay.
So we did that, and we put the C-SETI call sign out into space, and then you can see the film. It's a very short film.
OK， 不如解釋咗先啊 ，Jenny， 哇，好正啊！呢條片啊，大家一定要留意下，雖然係40零秒啊。OK。
咁啊，頭先阿 Neil 話佢當時係逼咗成班嘅人咧去爬山啊，半夜3更去爬咗成個幾兩個鐘頭啊。咁佢係有成個過程咧，個個都嗌晒救命嘅。咁啊，但係佢就逼佢啦，即係如果你真係想睇 CE5，真係想睇 UFO 嘅話咧，就一定要去爭取啦。咁去到一個停機坪啦，直升機嘅停機坪嗰度啦，咁大家就放鬆啦，同埋去做冥想嘅。咁同埋要 諗緊
大家
同一樣
同一樣
嘢
嘢係啦
嘅，就已經好 pure 好純粹咁樣諗住去見 UFO 同一件事。咁同埋當時就擺晒雷達喺度啦，播一啲個 set 詞有一 set protocol 嘅，咁就係播啲聲出嚟，咁去 call UFO 嘅。咁我哋可以有條
好，我
片
哋可以
啦，
睇睇條片啦，好
3
正
B 嗰
啊
個！師傅。
And with my walkie-talkie and my radars and my electronic equipment.
OK，
And we waited and everybody was relaxing and just getting into the mood. And then in the night, the UFO came, as you can see.
Oh my goodness！
It flew over us and then it zapped out.
哦
And that's Ian 1 just giving testimony.
，all right all right，
Okay.
wow this is so cool。You can just took the films and very clear that definitely this is a UFO, right?
Yeah, there was no sound in this one, but you can put the sound on.
Okay.
Because it's my film.
OK， 好，我哋開一開，我哋開再 play 過，我哋開條聲。好。
Hello Roger Yeah filming this S 型㗎，呢個唔係機嚟㗎。
I saw it, I felt it, and I believe you can do it too. If you have the right mindset and you have the right group of people with you, it's possible.
Okay.
Probably watching tonight.
All right. All right.
Now, I must tell you one thing, which I wasn't going to tell you. And I'm not saying it's after this CE5, but I had a situation where I came home and I had a hitchhiker effect. The nearest thing I can explain to you was a shadow being. Okay?
At your home?
At my home.
After that night, right?
No, I don't want to say which night. Okay, but one of those nights.
All right.
Okay? And it tried to scare me. It jumped out in front of me. I actually ignored it. And
Is it a black shadow?
it's like it came like if I had four corners. Let me see. If I had four corners of paper like that, and then it just opened up from like
Wow.
four corners opened up. Came up.
Alien.
Or like
Yeah,
aliens,
It's
yes.
interdimensional.
All
It
right.
came out at me.
Without any sound?
No sound at all. And I could feel the energy of this thing as well. But for some very strange reason, I didn't get scared at all. And it didn't come back again. But a week later, at our home, my wife, myself, we were sitting there, and there were 4 or 5 green orbs came onto the ceiling.
Oh, my
So
goodness.
we didn't know what they were, and we were watching and watching. So I thought, look, I must just take a picture. As I took the camera out, the orb disappeared, but I took a photo of nothing. Later on, I blew those pictures up. The picture was of my wife's dead mother.
OK。
我
Okay.
嗱翻譯咗先。
OK，哇。
咁咧阿
哇
Neil 就講話咧，嗱頭先睇完
哦
CE5 啦，咁佢話佢唔講邊一晚啊，總之就有一晚咧之後翻到屋企咧就有嗰個 hitchhiker effect 啦，即係嗰個牽連效應啦。咁佢就見到個影啦，係好似頭先咁啊，
係啦
張紙有四個角光爆開咗咁樣，
咁樣啊。
係啦，咁就嚇佢嘅。
係。
咁佢話
但係佢又唔驚喎
佢係啊，佢
係啦
當時佢唔驚啫。咁但係佢話佢 feel 到係想嚇佢嘅，同埋呢隻應該係跨維度嘅，即係超越呢啲維度嘅生物嚟啦。
係。
咁好啦，過咗之後就冇再出現呢隻嘢。但係1個禮拜之後咧，佢同佢太太就坐喺度咧，就見到一啲綠色嗰啲光體啦。 咁4至5個咁啊。咁佢就諗住拎起個相機影相，點知拎相機影相咧就唔見晒嘅。咁佢都影咗啦，跟住影完之後再放翻大去睇咧，就見到係佢太太嘅過世咗嘅媽媽嘅。
冇錯啦，咁 what's scary?
It was very scary because very confusing.
So that's
You see, there's another thing. What made me take that picture of nothing?
yes.
Do you see the point?
Yeah, I see the point. Yes.
I wouldn't go and take picture of
Yes.
nothing.
That means spirit and ET what we call it's correlated.
It's nature of reality. It's another reality.
Yes, yes.
We're only
yes,
starting
yes,
to learn now that
exactly.
we are not the only ones around.
All right, okay, just to disturb you, Neil. One of our audience, I think it's a Malaysian, says, "Sir, any chance doing CE5 at Malaysia?"
Well,
Yeah, Alan Chan.
yeah,
Any chance to do CE5? We can go to Malaysia. I can go.
they
with
can
you.
go and do it themselves. They can do it.
But you have to have some certain device, right?
Not
I mean,
really. You can go to the CSETI website of Dr. Greer.
Okay.
Download the sound.
Download the sound.
Just download the sound.
No need to buy a device.
No.
All right.
You just download the sound. Put it into your phone or your
MP3
MP3
player,
MP3
or
player.
something, yeah.
Get a group of people, sit down, play it, and just do your best, because sometimes it comes, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes there's just you can use the speed trap radar.
Yeah. I know.
Speed trap radar. You just need 2 of those, and you set them on, and you'll find they'll come on every now and then. They'll come on, and there's some disturbance around you.
Is there any minimum requirement? I mean, the people. I mean, minimum required 4, 6, 10.
Not
What
really.
is
There's
it?
no real minimum requirement, but the more I've noticed, the more people there are, the more. It depends who's leading. Also, if somebody is strong
all right.
in shaman spirit,
I've been watching Dr. Stephen Greer videos. He said the best optimal result will be 11 people.
could be.
He said.
But he's an incredible shaman. I've been with him in the field. He's very powerful.
Yes.
He's very powerful. I don't even think he even knows how powerful
And
he
very
is.
macho.
It's very macho, but
What
he's just a yap guy.
All
But he's
right.
done a lot.
All right.
Done a lot.
Yes, he's a cool guy.
He's very good.
Yes, all right, OK。咁嗱，即係都有講噶啦。嗱，for example 啦，我諗即係問下大家啦，因為頭先我都講過，其實我哋嗱即係我哋有私心嘅，大家知啊，你吹啊。咁咧就個私心係咩咧？就係第一次咧，我哋會自己人做一個 C5 嘅 ，all right。咁我 amount 我哋啲 staff 啦，或者 invite 3兩個啲熟嘅朋友啦。咁亦都唔想太多啦，因為大佬我哋走去山區，我又唔知阿 Neil 冇講過㗎嚇，阿 Neil 冇 mention 過 where we go，all right。咁我第一次咧，我哋會做一個 video shooting，咁啊會翻 Neil 或者會我哋一啲 staff 啦，呢個第一次嘅。咁第二次咧，我哋就會去 invite 你哋啦。咁當然即係會有個限制人數先啦嚇，你咁幾廿人咁，大佬去開片咩？咁啊大家都要去close 去 monitor 我哋嘅即係個節目啦，或者直播啦。我哋會宣佈嚇幾時會到你哋咧，我哋一齊做一個嗰位嘅 CE5 嘅 channeling 咁樣啦。
咁頭先阿 Neil 都講，其實可以即係
自己做嘅，
自己做
係啦
嘅。
咁其實講真啦，你話去
咁
download 啲
自己做，
我嗱 to be honest，我真係唔敢啊。
講真啦
嗱，第一
係啊
procedure wise 我唔識，例如你 download。即係佢講啦 ，download 條聲，然之後喺個電話或者 MP3 play 咁樣。咁好啦，咁我哋有啲所落嘅咩儀式咧？即係唔好話儀式啦，咁我哋又唔係招魂係嘛，又唔會有招魂幡，又唔會攬火盤嗰啲咁。
但係點樣可以
但係
one
點樣
mind 咁樣？
係啦，我哋點樣去 operate 咧？譬如咧 ，thinking about one same thing 係咪？咁我哋think 啲乜嘢咧？係嘛？或者我哋見到啦個 UFO 啦，咁我哋要點樣做咧？係嘛？咁有時。唔明啊嘛，大佬唔曉啊嘛，係嘛？即係你叫我即係玩碟仙咁唔識，
其實係真係似㗎，你係照緊一啲嘢，就係最驚係
唔係佢驚
自己控，唔係自己
係啊，
控制㗎嘛。
即係好似阿 Neil 頭先有 experience 就係佢跟咗你翻屋企咁啊，仆街啦。
其實係 But you can't control, right? The hitchhiker if you don't know.
You don't know. That's why I don't do it anymore.
You can't expect what's really going on.
That's why I didn't do it again.
係因
I
為
didn't
個
really like that.
嗱咧，佢自己都唔下次
都唔做啊，係啊，就因為有啲嘢真係跟咗翻屋企。
我走你有病啊！真係，anyway，好嗱，咁我哋咧再 jump 下一個 title 啦，個下一個 title 咧，不如阿 Jenny 再講一講，就係關於呢一個 NSA 嘅成立嘅喎。Can you explain more about the NSA?
Truman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
President Truman.
basically what happened in the 50s, these positive aliens,
All right.
they're human looking, they came and made contact directly with the people.
All right.
Okay? So they had to set up some kind of national security.
Okay.
So he set up the national security, President Truman, and to try to establish some kind of dialogue with the ETs and to monitor intelligence on the aliens and the people who are being contacted.
Okay.
Basically like that.
All right.
And then in 53, Eisenhower situation, I think I explained before, where Eisenhower went to actually meet the aliens
係啊，即係
at
大家
Holloman.
聽過啦，艾森何威爾，yes exactly。All right. OK。好。
係啦，咁50年代開始咧就好多啲多正面啲嘅 alien 咧就直接同人類去接觸嘅，咁即係政府為咗可以更加密切咁樣去監督住啦，或者監察住發生咩事咧，咁所以喺NSA 咧就嗰陣去成立咗噶啦。咁而53年啦，艾森豪華啦就同即係直接同 alien 就接觸，係同 Rockefeller 啦，咁就有策劃到一啲program 嘅 MJ12啊咁樣，去監督住即係監察住外星人嘅一啲活動咁樣。
係。咁所以呢一個咧，亦都係啦。譬如喺一個即係我哋再 moving forward 啦，好嘛？就係講嘅咧，就係個呢個叫做 Howard Menger 啦。咁或者叫做 George Adamski 嘅兩位朋友。Can you explain more about those two guys?
Okay, these people, there were lots of them. Okay, they all used to go to Giant Rock in the deserts in California.
Okay.
And they would actually have meetings with these positive space beings. Okay, Menger had his group. Okay, that came. You had Adamski, you had his group. You had 2 or 3 others, George Van Tassel.
All right.
All these different contactees, all with these positive messages of spirituality.
OK， 好 ，please。
咁當時咧有兩位啦，就係頭先講過 Howard 啦 Menger 同埋George Adamski 啦。咁其實就喺加州嗰個Giant Rock 嗰個即係個沙漠嗰度咧，其實都有同一啲正面嘅外星人咧係接觸嘅。咁當時佢哋有唔同嘅組織啦，咁就去接收一啲外星人嘅靈性信息嘅。
Right.
So they had these George Van Tassel and this Howard Menger. They would put out spiritual messages. They would give lessons to people. People would come and join them, and they'd sit down and really discuss the spirituality and have big get-togethers at Giant Rock. And it was very intense. And this infuriated MJ12 because they were set up now to manage the ET situation.
All right.
And it was out of control. They couldn't control this.
OK， 好。
係啦，咁同時咧，除咗係有啲靈性信息之外咧，佢哋仲有俾啲課程啦，俾啲人去學習啦，咁同埋去討論啦。咁而呢樣嘢咧就觸怒咗 MJ12嘅，因為令到政府嗰方面或者 MJ12咧，佢哋係冇咗個話語權啦，同埋佢冇得控制發生咩事。
OK，all right. So
if you just go to the next slide.
The space brother, right?
Those are real human-looking aliens. You can
Those are aliens?
Yeah, just make the picture bigger, if you can.
Yes.
Okay. Now, you look at the top picture. First is Jill Thor.
Okay.
Then there's the brother Don Thor in the middle.
Okay.
And then
this guy?
Don, yeah, and that's on the right hand is Valiant Thor.
All right.
If you go to the next picture on the right, you're looking again.
Okay.
There you can see Valiant Thor.
Okay.
And then the next one in the middle is Don.
Okay, this is Don,
and then
right?
Jill. Now remember we were talking about perfect faces For the aliens, remember somebody was asking me, and I was saying that the
Yeah,
mathematical proportion. Look at their faces; they are perfect. Look at her hands on the top left-hand corner. Jill's hands, her fingers, absolutely perfect, beautiful. The men are perfect.
最呢啲係嘛？
Can you see the
it's
difference?
perfect, right.
Look at the people in the background. You know, they're completely different. These are very special people, and they obviously came to the Menga talks and also sat there, and the people mingled with them. It was normal.
How do we know they are not human actually?
Oh, we know they're not human. We know exactly they're not human.
呢
We
幾
know
個
these are beings that arrived as part of this whole influence of the Space Brothers. They arrived and they had meetings with the Pentagon.
Oh, they have meeting with the
Yeah,
Pentagon.
it's all all happened. Valiant Thor, yes.
Okay. Okay.
我哋見到呢幾位咧，其實係人形嘅外星人嚟嘅，所以你
真係好
見到
震撼喎
佢哋嘅
好驚喎
樣個五官咧係好完美
係
啦，
好似我哋人類啦。
係好係同人類係一模一樣啦。
係
咁但係只係
係
佢哋好靚嘅，個五官好
係
靚，同埋好對稱嘅。咁同埋頭先你見到嗰個女士阿嬌，佢嘅手好靚啦。
呢個唔係天真嘅，係阿嬌嚟嘅啫。
係啦
OK，
咁呢幾位咧係有同國防部開會嘅，同埋都見到亦同其他人類啦係一齊有講有笑啦，有傾偈啊咁。但係你見到背景嗰啲人咧個樣咧係明顯係有分別嘅。
Did they die? I mean, during those days, or just
These
left?
beings, they
Yes,
don't die.
they left the Earth already.
They're around. Yes,
They're around.
They're around. Absolutely. They don't age.
因為我頭
They
先
look
問
exactly the same.
哇好驚，因為頭先我問阿 Neil，我問佢死咗未㗎？佢話梗係未死啦。最恐怖嘅一樣嘢就係佢話佢而家仲喺我哋身邊，仲有係一模一樣嘅，同而家即係同以前呢張相係一模一樣嘅。佢話
There's a book, Stranger at the Pentagon. That was Valiant Thor. He actually stayed for a few years at the Pentagon.
Independent
Yes,
stay in the
stayed
Pentagon,
in the Pentagon.
couple of
He
years.
could come and go freely. You couldn't hold him anyway.
Yeah, anyway.
He'd come and go
yes.
freely, trying to give the spiritual messages. But of course, the military-industrial complex
Oh.
didn't want spirituality.
哇好驚喎，
They were offered more by the Greys,
頂
right?
Okay.
More corruption by the
All right,
Greys.
all right, all
So
right.
they chose to go with the Greys.
Oh.
And they signed the Creator Treaty that
Okay.
the Greys could abduct humans as long as they
Okay.
gave the names.
That involve extra politics, right?
This is
typical exopolitics.
typical
right?
exopolitics. That's exactly what it is.
Okay,
all
right.
this is exopolitics.
Okay,
you
cool.
see now.
All right, okay, please.
咁啊，其實咧
好驚
其中有個
好
咧。
好驚啊！
就可以自出自入國防部嘅，咁
係
你都唔控制唔到佢啦，你都 hold 佢唔住啦
你。真係控制唔到佢。其實
係啦，咁佢哋係 keep 住咧去發放一啲靈性嘅信息嘅，
係
咁但係軍方當然係好唔高興啦，因為佢哋持續同 Grace 即係同小夫人咧係有一個合作協議嘅。咁佢哋除咗係溝通之外咧，佢哋個合作協議咧仲係同意可以老拐人嘅，即係話如果我俾啲名佢，咁而嗰啲小夫人係應承帶翻呢啲人翻嚟嘅話咧，
係
咁軍方其實係容許呢啲事發生嘅。
哇！真係佢而家係自出自入喎。
係啊，咁佢本身都係
唔係，即係 Annie 都話你都基本上控制唔到佢哋㗎啦，
你阻止唔到佢咯。
Okay, let's
Now,
talk
Command Sergeant Robert Dean, he was at NATO, head of NATO there.
All right, okay.
He said,
Yes.
you can see I'm with him there, he said they were worried in America because they didn't know who was walking in the Pentagon, whether humans or aliens.
Oh my goodness.
You know?
So that means they cannot extinguish
Could not distinguish.
who
That's
is
Bob Dean.
who is Amy? Who
is
is
alien?
Amy?
Amy.
Who is Amy? And who is John?
You don't know.
Who is aliens and who is human? Right?
This is
好嘅
okay.
代號。
哦，呢
This
個
is the way-
Amy 同埋
it's-
John 啊，Who is Amy 啊
That's Sergeant,
？OK。
Command Sergeant Bob Dean.
OK 嗱，呢個就係
And I'm standing
Neil 啦，係咪？學生幾多啊？咁咧呢個咧就係
Bob
喂，好
Dean 啊
似啊，好似
He's a whistleblower. He came out and
All right.
he was based at SHAPE.
He's a police, right? He's a superintendent, right?
He's a command sergeant.
A command
he was in
sergeant,
charge of many, many things, and
Okay.
he saw the secret document, the estimate of the situation,
Okay,
and he
明
read
白。
it, and he realized That the Russians were worried that the American missiles were coming over. The Americans were worried that Russians were coming over missiles, but they were spacecraft. And he knows all about it.
OK， 好，Jenny，
係啦，咁呢一位 Bob Dean 咧，佢係其中一位吹哨人嚟嘅，即係爆料者嚟嘅。咁佢話佢當時咧係表示佢好擔心，究竟即係軍方嗰邊啊，究竟分唔到邊一啲係外星人，邊一啲係人類嘅，即係進出嗰個國防部咧，佢都係分唔到嘅。咁所以係國防部嗰邊係好擔心啦。咁
我記得啦 ，sorry 唔好意思啊，似唔似 Chuck Norris 啊？He just looked like Chuck Norris.
He's the most he's dead now. He died recently. The most incredible speaker.
All right.
He gave information that nobody would give.
He really looks like Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris. He looks like it there.
而家記唔起。
唔係呢個係暴露年紀嘅咩嘅 ？OK， 你可以話。
He admitted that he was abducted.
Really?
He broke down crying on the stage.
Really?
I was there. When he was telling everybody, and he started crying. He said, "Yes, I was abducted. They took me."
OK，all right，OK， 我哋翻嚟大畫面先啦。All right，thank you。好，原來佢都老拐過嘅。好，繼續啦 ，Jenny。
係啦，咁咧，所以咧，其中呢個 Bob Dean 咧，佢話佢都知道美方同埋俄羅斯咧，佢哋大家即係互射一啲飛彈嘅時候咧，咁喺中間係有外星人咧喺中間嘅，咁其實政府係知嘅，即係佢哋知道呢啲咁嘅秘密故事嘅。
係 OK， 咁嗱，所以咧呢一個位咧，我覺得咧其實
所以佢哋好驚，
唔係真係驚㗎喎。其實你而家你即係好似頭先阿 Neil 話齋 cannot extinguish， 究竟係喂你係外星人啦，定係你係人嚟㗎？同
埋佢哋嗰啲系統係全部係 breach 到嘅，即係佢哋你控制唔到去 hack 到入去啊，或者改晒啲系統啊。佢連撳你嗰啲飛彈啊嗰啲掣，即係上次都話佢可以控制得到啦。係咯，撳極都可以發唔到。
係啊，即係其實佢有個 mindset 可以即係話齋而家佢做任每一樣嘢都用 mind control 啊嘛叫做。
佢可以控制到個意識
真係 mind 去 control 你喎，真係唔係嗰個 mind control。
Can you tell the difference between the human and alien?
Is it this is alien?
Yes.
My goodness. 喂，咁我哋放大個畫面先，李老闆。哇！
I took people to meet him on one of the tours.
哇，係呢個好似咧占士邦，你都唔睇鋼牙啫，
係，我見到好高嘅。
係啊，嗰個呢隻鋼牙咩鋼牙咧？俾大家睇一睇。哇，好似係嘛 Roger Moore 嗰個 James Bond 嗰個等等啊，大家我哋 follow 先啊。好。
其實真係分唔到喎，佢行喺街度。
原來阿 Neil 嗱阿 Neil 都好高㗎啦，其實。
係啊。
阿 Neil 同我差唔多高㗎嚇。你諗下佢都即係 taller than Neil for a hat， 咁所以咧。
His knees were bent.
The knees were bent。佢仲跪咗喺度影相喎。Oh, is it an alien? Definitely he's an alien.
He was part of this program. When they were seeding, the ETs were seeding babies here.
好嗱，我哋放大佢張相俾大家睇一睇先。
The ETs were seeding babies here. Lots of people had these babies. It's another whole program. It's another whole story.
Wow.
And the MJ-13 go crazy because they couldn't control this.
Okay, MJ-12.
MJ-12.
Okay.
Not 13.
Not the picky one.
Not that
Not
one.
the MJ-13 picky one.
No, not that one. No.
Okay. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Oh, leave me alone. No, not that one.
Not that one. Not that one. Please, not that one.
Okay. Okay. So this is he looks like human, but he's an alien.
He gave our group a crystal ball.
Yes.
When you held that ball, you did not want to leave it alone. You did not want to hand it back. Everybody wanted to keep holding it.
The precious.
It's just something in that energy of that ball. It's smooth as smooth, but this is completely beyond smooth. And when you hold it, you don't. The feeling you get from it, you don't want to leave it. Many people who are on our tour, if they're watching, they will tell you.
Okay, so 即係其實阿 Neil 就話佢見咗個水晶球，佢話咧佢人生入邊咧未見過一個水晶球係咁
滑嘅，佢滑到係唔係
咁滑捋捋嘅
見佢話打磨咁樣嘅。
係啦
而同埋佢有啲好特別嘅 energy 咧，係你攞咗喺手之後咧，你係唔會捨得放手嘅，你會想一路揸住佢嘅。咁係因為佢入邊有一啲好特別嘅能量喺度咯。
哇！喂，我哋係咪仲有幾條片要睇㗎？其實係咪？因為咧，
係喎，we
哇，
have
係唔覺，我哋都差唔多。
we have some videos to
You have some video
show.
to show, right?
Which one is that?
Yeah, we have some
Okay.
a few more videos to show.
You want to
the
show
crash.
In
Okay.
the next,
Cross
in
retrieval.
the
So,
next
well,
show,
we just-
or show it tonight.
We can show it tonight.
All right.
Because this is the counterintelligence program we're set up now.
Okay.
MJ12 got so
Alright.
upset they set up a counterintelligence program.
All right. OK. 好。
佢有個反情報計劃㗎，我哋而家係
好，有個
去睇下。
反情報計劃啊。
咁就係
OK
有好多唔同嘅
好
政府機構啦
我哋睇睇先即係譬如
FBI, the
FBI
呢
Central
個叫做
CIA
Counterintelligence Program 啊嚇，right？
COINTELPRO, they call it. COINTELPRO.
COINTELPRO
Counterintelligence.
OK，呢一個亦都係，但係呢一個咧就係 FBI 同埋個 Air Force Office of Special Investigation。
CIA.
CIA
OK，咁
All
咧
set
之
up
後就開始啦。嗱，我哋今晚要講一講咧，就係呢一個。Is that right? I mean, maybe we
Is
show
this one?
the one before this one, right?
Okay, so before that, the Psychological Strategy Board was set up, which coordinated MJ12, and that was to shape people's minds with psyops. Okay?
OK，
咁有個心理策劃委員會啊，其實佢就同 MJ12咧係一齊協調嘅。咁佢利用一啲心理嘅策劃計劃啦，去欺騙啲市民啦。咁佢關於一啲外星生物嘅資訊咧，佢就會用一啲頭先見嗰個心理操控嘅計劃啦，同埋啲措施咧，去擾亂啲人嘅。
呢個真係好堅喎，呢個。咁呢一個 EMF 啦，咁其實我哋都有講過咧，就係叫 electromagnetic field 嘅嘢咧，就係去 influence 你啲 brain wave 啊。
Brainwave, and they can recognize every different person
Yes,
from space.
exactly,
They know exactly who you are.
Okay.
And if you think, yeah, there you can see.
就係呢個啦，係嘛？That one, right？咁佢係利用咗人造衛星，就係去射落一啲嘅即係電磁場啦嘅 EMF field 度咧，就令到你係可以改變到。
影響到個
係啦
腦電波啊，咁
冇錯
樣可能
啦
情緒上會影響到啊，
OK
或者佢哋可以
So you can see the monitoring now. They use them on insects.
Yeah.
You know.
OK，咁即係呢個咧，其實大家知道咧，佢係而家用咗 NSA 咧，就係用咗一隻蚊子啊。
即係飛嗰啲蚊啊。
但係當然真係唔係即係 normal 嗰隻蚊啦嚇，咁佢哋有啲機械蚊啦，佢哋自己研發緊嘅一個機械蚊啦。咁呢個機械蚊就係咁樣嘅，即係你見到呢一隻手指頭咁大嘅啫，機械蚊其實。咁但係呢，就係可以做到好多一啲嘅即係古靈精怪嘢啦。咁就係講緊係即係譬如 DARPA，因為我之前有都講過成件事啊咁樣，就係都係用咗呢一啲嘅蚊嚟做一個 control 嘅，其實 OK 好
Okay.
all right 好，咁我哋就去講下一啲嘅
crash
Okay.
retrieval。
So
crash retrieval 啦。
MJ12, they wanted to know more about the aliens,
Yes.
and they set up a crash retrieval.
Okay. The crash retrieval, as far as I know, that the UFO crash cases, everybody is known as Roswell,
Right.
right? So what happened to Roswell, or is there any other place that happened before?
Yeah, there was the 1943 crash.
right.
Apparently, there were crashes in the 30s.
Okay.
There's crashes, many crashes since then. In fact, according to Grush, he says the U.S. government has about 10 different craft.
Oh, okay.
Some were found in excavation projects under the ground.
Okay. This is Sergeant Clifford Stone.
Clifford Stone. Yes, he was in the crash retrieval program. He was recruited, and there was a need-to-know basis surrounding him, which means his boss, the colonel, couldn't say where you're going when they took him away. He would just say, it's a need-to-know basis. You don't have a need to know.
Oh.
Very, very complex.
Wow, amazing.
係啦，咁呢位 Clifford Stone 咧就係其中一個喺呢個飛碟殘骸回收計劃其中一個好重要嘅人物嚟嘅。咁佢當時咧就係被人即係徵召咗去做呢件事啦。咁1943年30年代咧，其實好多呢啲飛碟嘅，即係佢話美國政府有成10隻呢啲咁嘅飛碟啦，有啲係喺地底嗰度攞到翻嚟嘅。
嗱，不如咁啦 ，Let's take a look for a movie first, right?
You need the sound.
Interview, yeah. Jen Clifford Stone.
You see, Clifford's job in the U.S. Army was to communicate with ETs at UFO crash sites. And did this occur where you actually did have telepathic interface with visitors upon demand?
Oh yeah, the entities would initiate it. And sometimes I'd be very emotional.
Now, this is not something that happened often. I heard you say in your talk that these kinds of crash sites, these things don't happen often, but they did happen.
Oh yeah, they happen. You had a real job in the military. And when these events happened, if you were in that area, then you were called up. There were people who that was their sole purpose. And these people would show up, but they would be in total control. You had other people who didn't have a clue what was going on.
Yeah.
And those you felt sorry for.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them didn't know how to deal with it.
So you were specifically utilized by the crash retrieval. It was a division of some kind dealing with crash retrievals, wasn't it?
Well, the operations that did the
Yes.
recoveries.
Let's talk about interfacing with the others a little bit.
When you went ahead and you did the interfacing, they'd go ahead, they'd talk directly to you. When they would talk directly to you, it'd be like you were hearing it, not only in your head, but in your ears also, but nobody else could hear it. And the end result is, even more than that, you could feel the emotions they were feeling. I want to rush through that because sometimes you could feel the fear, the pain. You could feel the loss. You could feel their fear of never seeing their loved ones again. See, we see them as cartoon characters. They have societies, they have families. They are more human than what we give them credit for. I know that sounds crazy, but they are. If we look for the similarities in them and us, once that open contact takes place, if we can look at the similarities between them and us, it will make that first contact much easier.
Okay.
Very emotional.
Yeah.
Very
Very
emotional.
emotional.
Because you're dealing with telepathy. You're dealing with soul-to-soul contact.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
So he is actually not only hearing, but he is feeling. So it's very, very hard for the people on the crash retrieval team. They have this pent-up emotion. It's very stressful.
All right.
Especially when the government doesn't care about sometimes the ETs.
Okay.
Treat them badly.
Good. All right. Okay.
咁頭先即係嗰段片係好有情緒嘅，
好
因為咧
好感性啊！呢條片
係啦，因為唔係淨係人對人嘅，即係靈魂對靈魂咁樣嘅溝通嚟嘅，
soul to soul，
係啦。咁因為好似 Clifford Stone 係會直情感覺到呢啲殘骸所揾到嘅 ET 嘅即係外星人嘅，咁所以佢喺呢個即係殘骸回收計劃嗰度咧係好沉重嘅，因為佢頭先睇到啦，即係會有好多傷感啊，或者感覺到佢
啲 cartoon character 仲有，
或者佢當佢即係尤其是美國政府係當佢唔係人㗎嘛，即係佢當佢好似啲卡通人物啊，或者係一啲動物咁樣。咁但係佢係感受到佢哋嗰啲痛楚或者傷痛。
Neil 話齋，其實我個 soul 係 feel 到
係
到佢哋嘅 soul 係嘛咁樣做。All right. Wow, very emotional. All right. So this is the point that this Sergeant Clifford Stone get involved into the so-called Project Mundus, right? So this is the statement he just want us to know. Is that right? Recruit due to her telepathic skills as a child, inspired to join Air Force by Capital, visit him weekly as a child. Crash retrieval overseen by civilians outside normal chains of command. Convert training without knowledge of normal commanders. Employment without commanders being aware of the convert duties. No mandatory records on convert crash retrieval. Great difficulties in rehiring from army.
Right, so you can see the complex situation when you're brought into these secret projects.
Yes, exactly.
即係當我哋被佢帶到去呢啲咁嘅秘密計劃嗰度咧，其實係好複雜嘅，因為嗰個人係未必知道發生咩事啦，同埋亦都政府唔會話俾你聽，你需要點樣做啊，或者準備到啲咩？冇錯，冇錯。佢話所謂 need to know， 即係你淨係知道你要去嗰度執嘢㗎，你唔使知發生咩事或者背景啊嗰啲嘢。
即係我請一個工作，即係一個清潔工，你唔好理入邊係乜嘢啊，你又唔理個屍體或者有啲咩手腳，總之你幫我清理現場。
但係原來嗰啲係有感覺嘅，
有感受，
受感受。
即係所以阿 News 都話 soul to soul 就係咁，he can feel it，alright 咁樣 ，OK， 好啦 ，let's
呢一單
係啦，呢個 incidents 啦 ，let's talking about some 真係一啲好堅嘅個案啊，咁大家都好想睇，好想知究竟咩 ？What is the incident in Brazil in 1996?
It's a very famous case because
Thank you, Andy Chan, thank you.
Yeah. It's a very famous case because it brings into the public knowledge the whole idea of contamination, bacterial or viral contamination of meeting these beings.
OK， 呢一個即係所謂感染咗啊，一啲嘅 virus 啊，各樣嘢。
係啊，即係當你接觸到佢哋嘅身體嘅時候咧，其實可能有一啲污染啊，或者係一啲細菌感染到嘅。
係咁啊 ，right，
yeah, they even issued what's called an SOM manual, Special Operations Manual.
SOM, okay, Special Operation Manual.
How to deal with these beings, what to do. It identifies. I've actually got a copy of all the different species that there are. According to Clifford Stone, there's 47 different species interacting with the planet.
Wow, 40幾種啊!
But there are more. There are more. Okay. And this manual warns you. I mean, when they arrived there, the crash retrieval team dressed like for a nuclear accident.
Oh, okay.
So they're protected. But in Varginha, in Brazil, this craft crashed and these ETs came out and everybody just ran there like the mole, you know. And the police ran in, they captured him. And Corporal Marco Eli Shereze, he got sick and he died from the contact.
Okay. 講聲 Any chance that tonight is really meaningful and amazing.
Thank you, Andy.
Thank you.
Okay, 好 please.
係啦，咁咧呢一單係一個好出名嘅 case 嚟嘅，因為當時令到好多公眾人物都係知道發生咩事嘅。咁有一個 manual 啦，即係佢哋有一本手冊咧，係叫 Special Operation 咧，即係特別行動嘅 manual 嚟嘅，就係教如果你見到呢啲咁嘅殘骸或者係發生啲咁嘅事嘅時候咧，即係啲人係 suppose 要着到好似處理核污染咁樣，係啦，即係包晒咁樣嘅。咁但係喺巴西呢件事咧就冇嘅。當時即係一 crash 咗之後咧，即係啲人就走晒啦，死晒，好似個魔咁樣啦。咁而其中一位啦係警務人員嚟嘅，咁佢接觸咗呢個屍體之後咧，佢係後尾係過咗身嘅。
OK， 好
，let's take a look。睇一睇啊！
呢一個嘅 video 啦，呢一個咧就係呢一個嘅 Virginia Incidents 嘅一個 video 咧，究竟係咩回事
？Well, the Virginia case is probably the best, well-documented case that we have in Brazil and probably in the world. Yeah, you know that over 80 witnesses came forward, first-hand witnesses came forward during the first weeks, and they are still coming after it happened. During all these years, we still keep getting witnesses that come forward and tell us pieces of the big story that we know that comprises the capture of at least 2 alien creatures in the city of Virginia. We know for a fact, because we have it all documented, plus the witnesses have confirmed and cross-confirmed that one alien was captured in the morning of that day, which was a Saturday, about 10:30, by a fire department and some personnel from the army. Another creature was seen at the same day by middle afternoon by 3 girls. It was them who called the attention of all the city to the fact that strange creatures have been seen, because when the first one was seen and captured in the morning, it didn't draw too much attention. But at the afternoon, when the girls saw another creature and then spread the word to everybody, we saw the devil, that's what they thought they saw. That night of the Saturday, January 20, 1996, that second creature, probably the same one saw by the girls, was also captured by a police troop, a police car, actually a military police car with 2 policemen inside. The one who was sitting in the passenger seat was Marco Elixerezi, and he was lucky enough to be the one who spotted the creature and grabbed it with his own bare arms, bare hands, got back to the car, put the creature in his lap, and took to the hospital. 25 days after that, he died on February 15 of some bacteria attacks, proving that his immune deficiency system was absolutely destroyed. And army personnel and authorities kept it all secret for lots of time until the UFO researchers started protesting along with the press, and we did so much pressure that eventually information.
Oh. So can you explain more about this incident? Because, you know, the police was dead because he's infected by certain virus or disease, something like that, right?
Yeah, there was no crash retrieval team there.
Okay,
the crash retrieval team would be dressed properly.
Yes, one is captured, right, by the so-called the government officials, and those 3 girls have been seeing that one of the aliens was, you know, running around.
Yeah, there were more than one, and they basically escaped, and I think it's possible that another craft came and picked them up, took them, rescued them, because that's what does happen.
Okay. Maybe
Uber
picked them up.
Call Uber.
Uber. Okay.
C5 and call.
Yes. All right.
And these appear to be kind of like a marine from the sea, living in water. It looked like that. There was talk about that. I don't know.
海上嘅一啲嘅
海軍
係啦，海軍嘅
嗰個
係啦，
發現嘅
係啦，咁唔使翻譯啦，咁大家都明㗎啦，係咪先？Okay, let's go to the Russian crush. This is quite a significant incident because I've been 即係
係俄羅斯嗰邊都有。
呢個我覺得咧好正。This is quite a very famous incident about the Russian crash retrieval.
Yes.
Happened in Russia, right?
Yes.
How about let's play a video first,
Yeah.
okay?
Okay.
And then you will just have you have mentioned the details about the video, right? Okay. Let's have a look. Okay. 呢一個咧就係阿 Neil，因為我哋今次呢一個咧就係即係都。即係啲聲麻麻地啦，咁所以咧我哋就即係喺即係用聲音導航啦，就係what is it about? Can you just explain more in detail?
From what we understand, the KGB, there's a craft that crashed.
Okay.
And the KGB came to investigate.
Oh, this is a real
real
footage, right?
Real.
Okay.
When
嗱，呢個
Russia
係真實嘅片嚟㗎，唔係戲嚟㗎，呢個係。All right.
When Russia collapsed, when the perestroika ended, Russia collapsed. People got hold of a lot of information in Russia. You could just pay for it.
All right, OK。
係佢話即係俄羅斯嗰陣解體咗之後咧，咁所以你俾錢其實就可以攞到呢啲資料啊。咁所以就係呢段片喺嗰陣係流咗出嚟嘅。咁呢啲係 KGB 當時係去到嗰個殘骸現場嗰度啦，咁去有啲調查嘅。
呢個最緊要係一條真嘅
真
影片嚟㗎
片嚟㗎
嚇，即係 release 咗出嚟嘅，就係咧你會見到一隻銀色嘅一個碟形嘅物體咧，就撞咗入邊一個即係樹林嘅一個情況啦。咁有好多就係 KGB 大家知啦啊，呢個俄羅斯嘅特工啊，就係入去咧就係睇下究竟呢入邊係咩嚟嘅，咁點解會撞咗嚟呢度
？They don't wear those.
No, even there.
They don't know, yeah.
They don't have any precaution suits.
Lucky they were okay in this case, but in some cases you're not okay, you know.
Yeah, they may be radiated, right?
Whatever, you just don't know.
Did they found
Did they have a
bodies?
door?
Yes,
or
you'll
something?
see a film of them picking up a body off the floor.
哇！呢個真係好珍貴啊！呢條片大家
I
睇
think
睇
there you
啦。
can see they're picking up. Look,
呢個
see, picking up the body.
alright 已經死咗，但係 we cannot see the body。
You can't really see it, but it's there. That's
我哋應該有啲相可以
係應該
見到嘅
有啲相。俾大家睇啊！嗱，呢個真係大家要睇清楚。我覺得呢條片咧，其實都幾目定口呆啊！即係其實
同埋嗰陣
有啲人
係咁多年前係唔會造假
係啊
㗎。
好多年前㗎啦，呢個幾十年前㗎啦，幾多年啊？呢個係。
there's the body being put on the stretcher.
OK，alright，即係嗱，你要見到啦，嘣一聲佢就撞咗，可能我唔知
當時
啦。
解體嗰陣。
係啦係啦
是，
咁你要見到咧，佢入啲屍體啦。咁啊，好多嘅俄羅斯嘅人咧，就紛紛就去到呢一個嘅真係叫做
去執嗰啲
案發現場。
執嗰啲碎片啊，有啲見到。
係啦，嗱，你要攞到啊，嗱，你見到啲碎片係銀色嘅碎片啦，爛咗嘅，咁啊而家咧就佢就即係好緊張啦，俄羅斯就好小心翼翼咁咧，就將一啲嘅殘骸咧，就即係一定係研究㗎啦，拎翻去咁啊睇下搬咗係點研究啦。咁入邊咧就嗱，你見到咧冇門嘅，冇窗嘅，但係咧我唔知啊佢。即係撞擊嘅時間，啲屍體飛咗出嚟啊！
其實佢都唔知點樣做喎，我相信佢哋冇乜經驗，佢都係睇下拗晒頭，
係啊，總之
大家喺屋企啊行下行下，睇下有啲咩執啊咁樣，
成嚿嘢拎搬咗翻去先啦，睬你都傻啦咁樣。OK 嗱，咁頭先阿 Jenny 都有講過啦，就係話咧有一啲嘅相俾大家睇嘅，雖然呢條片咧咁就未必真係會睇到啦。我諗大家都好想睇啦，係咪先？
喺放大咗嘅相會睇得清楚啲。
係啦，咁可以做 wallpaper 都得嘅，你 cap 咗張圖。好啦，咁我哋睇下咯。OK，哇，你睇下。
These are the aliens from
autopsies, yeah.
Autopsies,
Yes.
OK，嗱，你又見到，哇，幾恐怖！你自己睇下。哇，呢個幾似東方人喎，你覺唔覺得啊？即係你
嗰隻眼，
隻眼係啊。都幾似東方人喎，咁嗱，你要見到咧，呢一啲咧就係頭先你睇呢條片咧，一啲嘅外星人嘅屍體攞咗出嚟之後咧，個樣係變咗咁嘅。
Could we be able to identify whether it's greys or
yes,
what species?
They've got manuals and years of biological... They've got a manual. They put together a book, an operation manual.
Okay,
so
the operation manual.
People, as you've seen with Grush, have been working with the different biological tissues. So they've built up profiles of the different species. Some they have whole bodies, some they've just got burnt bodies.
So this is how they come up with 43, 47 species. It's
That's
from
how
they collected the biological tissues.
Yeah. But remember, you got to realize you've got species that have come from other planets, and then you've got species that are interdimensional. So it's very difficult to categorize all this now. What we are actually looking at.
哇！呢個真係就係好 typical 嘅就 grey 啦，
Was it greys? Is it greys?
It's a kind of, I would say, extraterrestrial biological entity, something that's probably
they cannot be classified.
It's built. It's made from. To put it very simple for you guys, it's made from meat.
Yeah.
You know,
made from meat, right?
It's biological, but it's probably a machine.
From,
if you know.
From this photo, the skin really looks like our skin, right?
Hard to really say, but.
So is it like a vehicle of containing intelligence?
A container.
Yes.
They can grow them. They can build them. You know. And rumor has it that we can do the same too. In the States. That's the kind of stuff that they work on, of course.
So what you mean certain kind of government officials already learn how to...
They've back-engineered They've back engineered some kind of craft.
The reverse engineering.
Reverse engineer some kind, not as sophisticated as the real ones, but sophisticated enough.
All right.
And they've also made these like drones, if you like.
Okay. 即係好似啲無人機咁樣嘅。
They're biological entities, but they're made. They're made, if you
Understood,
like.
Understood. All right, Jenny.
咁啊，頭先Neil 就話呢啲係人造嘅物體嚟嘅身體嚟嘅。咁佢好似係啲肉啊，即係你當佢係種咗出嚟一個肉，咁係一個載體，係啦，佢會 grow 嘅，佢會生長嘅，但係佢只係一個載體嚟嘅啫。咁佢話而家其實美國都有呢啲咁嘅科技咧，可以做到嘅。
They're actually called PLF。Programmed life forms。
program life form。program
life forms。
即係生命體嘅計劃啦。
即係 actually 佢一個唔係生命，但係佢可以 perform 一個生命體出嚟。係。Okay, all right。
即係好似一個容器咁樣，咁佢
會有個 container。
係
啦，冇錯。
And typically, what actually happens, I don't know if we've not discussed it, but there's something called MILAB. Those are military abductions.
How to spell it, MILAB?
MILAB.Military abduction.
Oh, MILAB.
Okay.
MILAB. Okay. It's just like a laboratory, right?
No, well, what it actually is that the MJ12 group, they abduct people who have been abducted. And when they do it, they have the programmed life form. So the abductees think they're taken again. But what they're doing is they're learning about the experiences.
Okay. I get it now. All right. 哇，即係呢個都幾複雜喎。Please。
即係 Mind Lab 咧係一個 program， 係去捉翻一啲
唔係一個 lab 嚟嘅，
係啦，係一個 program 嚟嘅，係一個計劃嚟嘅。咁佢捉翻一啲已經俾外星人捉過嘅人，跟住佢就捉咗佢哋去學翻究竟佢哋經驗，佢哋學咗啲咩，發生咗咩事，跟住就去做一啲載體，就 make a biological entity from a copy from them.
What Neil say is a life form entity.
It's a biological life form, but it's got artificial intelligence.
Artificial intelligence, yes. Wiser than our human beings.
Is it clone?
Well, it's not really a clone. It's something that's built. You know, they have
即
a way
係
of making
clone，
it.
我覺得譬如 Jenny， 你 clone 一個 Jenny 出嚟，係啦 ，copy 出嚟，但係佢呢個咧就係更加 intelligent， 更加可能 using AI 一個 life form，but actually it is not a human being。
即係 AI 嘅人
係啦 ，this is not actually a human being，but with a AI life form
with biological tissue.
With biological tissue like our skin，
有肉啊
，our eyes，
肉體
，nose， mouth。Just the same as us, right?
And some of them are made to look like aliens. Okay? To make look like greys.
Some of them look like aliens, some of them look like humans.
Some of them.
All right.
Yeah, the human side is going into another whole area.
Right. 今晚正唔正？
So this is what they would do.
真係好多資料。
哇！即係我覺得今晚咧，即係如果大家即係等魚蛋，其實都好對 UFO 好有興趣，佢自己本身。即係佢哋嗰個行業都睇過見過 UFO 啊，咁所以咧嚟緊阿 Neil 咧真係勁啦！嗱，即係我哋都要講下啦 ，Neil 就係2個星期啦 ，once 2 months 唔係 2 weeks 啊，唔係 2 months 啊 ，once 2 weeks 啊，咁再下個星期咧幾時咧我都要睇一睇啊，究竟嗰個時間係幾多？
即係啱啱新年。
係啦，再下個星期 ，because what I'm talking about， 2 weeks after will be 年30晚啊。係嘛 ？New Year's Eve, Chinese New Year's Eve, all right? So, can you come over next week or Chinese New Year's Eve?
Yeah, it'll have to be before, because I'm going to make a short trip.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
我哋可以 see.
I'll keep you update, no problem.
留意住
All right, 留意住。Okay, let's discuss after. And then 記住 stay in touch with us. 我哋會有一個 CE file.
We can tell them give them an idea of what the next show is about, if you want.
Okay, 我哋嚟緊嘅話咧，都會話俾你哋聽，我哋究竟下一集會講啲咩嘅。但係 stay tuned， 一定要 stay monitor 落我哋啲節目度咧。阿 Neil 就會話俾我聽，我就會話翻俾你哋聽，究竟下一集究竟要會講啲咩嘅。All right, thank you Neil for coming and thanks for sharing。記住，一定要黐實我哋嘅 Neil Gould 同你週五話遊下一集。阿 Neil 同你哋講啲乜嘢呢？ 記住黐住我哋啦。OK， 今晚差唔多啦，係嘛？好正啦，2個幾鐘頭啊，大佬。即係多謝阿 Jenny 啦。其實咧，我話你聽一樣嘢，即係 you have to give a very good credit to Jenny， 因為咧
definitely
among us 最辛苦係邊個咧？就係佢。
Yeah, really appreciate the work that Jenny does.
Very appreciate it。因為其實佢最辛苦啊，佢又要聽我啦，聽我都唔緊要，我都可以用廣東話講啊嘛。但係最慘就係要聽佢啊嘛。咁聽完之後佢要 drop 低驚 miss 啊咁樣。所以咧
好精彩嘅，因為阿 Neil
唔係真係精彩嘅，
唔
係我唔精彩，佢精彩啲。阿 Neil 係一個我哋嘅軸心嚟噶嘛，係咪先？所以咧please give a very good compliment to Jenny。
多謝大家支持，多謝大家支持。
好正啊，真係啊！咁啊 ，Irene 就話啦，阿 Neil 下次可唔可以講下 bubble space 啊？One of our audience, Irene Lau say, Neil, can you talk about in the next episode the bubble space?
Again, I don't mind. But I've got something very special for you for the next episode.
Yes, next episode 唔好行開啊，好正啊！
We can do that one and the one after.
Okay,
and also the lizard man. Somebody was asking about the lizard man.
Yeah, wow, you have a good eyesight.
The reptilian.
Yeah, the reptilian.
I can't see that far, but I can feel it.
And how about the Mothman? I want to talk the Mothman. Wow, this is so good.
Yeah, that's the Mothman.
Let's think about it.
In the Philippines, they have a Mothman. It's called the aswang.
Aswang.
It lives in the forest. It's like a big kind of bat moth with a human top. And
Does he have the wing or something?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I went to the Philippines to investigate this.
Wow. OK 嗱 ，stay tuned 啊，全部找數俾你啊 ，Listeman 啊 ，Bubble Space 啊，全部俾晒你，但係咧一定要 stay tuned， 大家留意 ，all right？OK，have a very good night and have a very good weekend。OK，thank you so much。Bye bye，see you。好急了。